Hello and welcome to the Last Minute Laura Show. Good afternoon, good afternoon. Hello, hi everybody. I don't have a good way to sing that song for an afternoon show. We only have the morning show normally. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. Hello. Welcome back. For those of you that are new here, I'm Laura. This is Last Minute Laura Morning Show. We get together on Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, normally from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. just to chat, work on projects, live life, all the fun stuff. Thank you so much, honey. Alex is bringing me tea. And I thought he was using my mug. Thank you. I thought he was using my mug. You guys have probably seen my mug like this. I don't know what these are called. They're like baby angels. But anyway, I thought this was my mug this morning, took it down, and it turns out my grandma had the exact same mug, but with her name on it. Okay, Laura, just spilled. Anyway, I have the exact same mug, but instead of her name, it's mine. Yes, by the way, thank you for reminding. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way in, everybody. It really helps the channel out, and I'd really appreciate it if you could click that like button. Let me see who's in the chat and say hello. Hey, Candace, good afternoon. Frida, good evening. Annette, good afternoon. Nice to see you. Alex, good afternoon. Mary Grace, hi, afternoon. Maggie and V, good afternoon. Hello. Lita, good afternoon. Sid, good afternoon. Lovely to see all of you this afternoon. I hope you're doing well. Precious Moments mugs. Thank you. Precious Moments mugs. Well, my mom and dad gave me one like last Christmas or the Christmas before. And I was like, cute, a mug. But now I'm realizing there must have been some significance because it's the exact colors and the exact same mug as this one that my grandma had. So that's kind of fun. Made me feel happy. Also, I filmed the tutorial for the bonnet, the cottagecore Christmas bonnet. I did it in Christmas colors so that I can use the Christmas tag on the video. But that video is now filmed. So I'm one video down, 3 more to go before the end of next week. I have to have 3 more filmed. And then I'm going to be on it. Also, I wanted to show you, afternoon Tanya, nice to see you. I wanted to show you some of the shells I found while I was tidying up, because some of them are just spectacular. So here's one that I thought was really cool. Look at this thing. That is a sharp, imagine stepping on that. That wouldn't be very good. Isn't that cool? And then you're not even going to believe this one. This doesn't even look real to me. It's like, it's crazy. Look at these colors. It's like a pearl. The white part is like pearlescent with like pinks and stuff. Hey Dawn, good afternoon. And then there's like this dark orange and it's all smooth. Isn't that cool? Doesn't that just look, I don't know, magical? Because to me that looks magical. So love that. And then look at this one. I don't know who lives in this, but it's just like a hollow shell. Isn't that weird? Pretty cool. Hey Alcy, good afternoon. Another one that I thought was really cool is this. It's sealed closed. Look at this one. It's very like pale, but it's all sealed and it's all shiny. Isn't that lovely? Love that one. And there are 2 more that are really exciting. Here's another one that has that pearl look to it, which I'm pretty crazy about. I think that's really cool. Is that not so cool? Look at how pearly it is on the inside. It's like a rainbow in there. But on the outside, it's black and pearl. I think that's pretty cool. Wouldn't that make a cool necklace, like the Sea Witch? And here's one more. This one's, like, I think my favorite because it's so delicate looking. Look at the whole thing is pearlescent. Isn't that beautiful? Just the colors that are in that shell. So that happened. Mother of Pearl. Totally. Isn't it pretty though? They're beautiful. Hey June, thank you. I think so too. I like them a lot. I was looking around. I also found a piece of coral while looking around. Really cool piece of red coral. Still has sand in it and stuff. So that was my fun find while I was tidying up yesterday, and I was like, oh, I'm going to show them. I just want to drink my tea while it's hot, and then I'm going to get into some crochet. I've already finished the patterns now for patrons for the little bonnet. Do you like my picture? I drew a picture to go with it. But there's the pattern for the bonnet. Patrons are going to have that. And then the pattern for the baby pants is done as well. So that's going to be available to patrons. And now the one I'm working on is the Christmas stocking, which is going to be a bunch of granny squares. So if you are interested in that, then I hope you're subscribed already. But I mean, if you're not, then subscribe. But let's just sit and have tea together to get started, and then I'm going to work on some granny squares because I have to make 20 of them for this pattern. So I'm going to get started just working them up with you guys, and then I'll just make a couple of them on my actual tutorial video. Aren't they lovely, Dawn? I know, they would make gorgeous necklaces. I agree. Especially this one. I was looking at it and being like, I am a mermaid. It doesn't pick up the same way on camera because it's too bright, like the light is hitting it. But it's like, I can't show you it, but it would be pretty. I don't know how. I definitely want to make those pants. Yes, and the pattern is written and correct, so you'll be able to, which is great. I got more reflective yarn to make a plaid hat for me. Cool! A plaid hat. How are you going to do plaid? Like, I guess color work, right? Mother of pearl, indeed, indeed. So pretty. So, I had therapy today. Went well. Talked for an hour and got a lot off my chest, and my therapist was very helpful. Gave me some fun tips to try, one of which is acknowledging all of the things that I do have control over and making a mental note of them when I do them. Like she said, you have control over what you wear every day. Acknowledge it and make it a point in your head to know that you have control over that. The little things, you have control over what tea you're going to drink. It may seem little, but when you have no control over anything and you feel like you're spinning, it will help ground you, allegedly. I'll give you feedback on that later. Huzzah! V. Maggie, does anyone have a favorite yarn dyer that has DK weight with nylon in it? I want to make some socks, but I want them to make them thicker. I don't know any dyers now. I'm having black beans in a box of cheesy rice-a-roni and playing some farm sim. Fun. I spent the AM tidying my room and mathing money things. That's a stressful morning. Tidying the room is good. Mathing money things is stressful. My favorites all quit. Totally, Frida. That's like... It was like a big thing for a while. Everybody was dyeing yarn, and then it sort of... I don't know. It feels like it faded away to me. Of course, my interest in home dyed, like not natural dyed, in, what would you call that? Like yarn dyers. My interest in purchasing from yarn dyers also went away because I was dyeing my own yarn. So, I don't know, maybe they're still around. But, so that's what I did this morning, therapy. And I also, what else did I do? Oh, I wrote out the pattern. I finished the pattern for the pants. And yesterday I filmed a video. So I filmed the hat tutorial, the hood cottagecore bonnet tutorial. So that's done, which makes me happy. And my next videos that I'm going to film, I believe the next one I'm going to do is actually a pair of hand warmers, because I haven't done a pair of hand warmers in a while, and everybody likes fingerless gloves hand warmers around this time of year. So I think I'm going to film that next, followed by the baby pants, because I know that the hand warmers, I can get that done in like just half a day. Get that tutorial finished, whereas the pants is probably going to take me 2 full days of like, or 2 half days, because in the morning I stream. Do you have a tutorial on crocheted sleep shorts for adults? No, I do not. I don't have any pants for grown-ups, any bottom half things for grown-ups that are crocheted. I don't have any patterns for that as far as I know. Maggie, including me, right, Frida? Yeah, totally. Should I have tomato basil soup or mac and cheese? Tomato and basil soup, I think. Tomato and basil soup. And like a good piece of bread. A big, thick piece of bread to dip in it. Lebo. Hi, Laura. I spent half of my afternoon watching your old Alex and Laura vlogs. I love the one where he proposed. Oh, I'm glad you liked them. Sorry that they are just terrible. Terribly edited. Terribly long. just a lot of those vlogs, when I try to watch them back, I like it because it's like a home video, but it's like a home video. It's very, the editing is unique to us, I think, but it was cool back then when people were doing vlogging. They were doing a lot of time lapses, so our vlogs are like a little bit time lapse heavy. But I'm glad you liked them. I like the video where he proposed too. It's a nice one. And it's recorded the entire proposal, which is nice. But we only put in little bits into the vlog. Well, I did that vlog. I only put little bits into that vlog from the proposal, but it was like a whole long speech. I liked it. Yeah, Frida, exactly. Tomato soup, I'm saying while eating slices of Terry's chocolate orange that I've had for at least a week now. This Terry's chocolate orange, I've been working through it. They're just dated. They match the vlogs of the time. Yeah, totally. They are dated. They're very dated vlogs. They're awesome. You said he is your favorite person. I thought that was so sweet. He is my You know what's funny? I recorded that before he had proposed. Like, there was no... Just a sec. So, when I was filming, like, we vlogged every day back then, so we were vlogging anyway. Like, it wasn't like we vlogged specifically because it was a special day. We vlogged every day. So that morning, I have like this moment where I'm feeling all gushy and romantic, and I talk about Alex and call him my favorite person, just say a bunch of things to you guys in this, like, the ether, right? Like, I'm vlogging. And then later in that day, he ends up proposing to me, and I love it because the things he said to me pretty much reflected the things I was saying, which was fun because I was already feeling lovey-dovey that day. Ugh, it was so good. It was a really good proposal. And also, he got me perfume because he thought that he had to give me a gift with proposing because proposing wasn't a gift, and I was like, he's just a unique guy. But anyway, I still have that perfume and I still wear it. You two are great together. I think so too. He's definitely holding me up a lot now. I held him up a lot in the summer, and now he's holding me up a lot. And totally, he's awesome. I'm asking while I eat tiny ginger cookies. Tiny ginger cookies are delicious. Are they the hard, snappy ones, like the crunchy ones, or are they the soft ginger cookies? Both are delicious, but it depends if you're drinking tea. If you're drinking tea, I really like the hard, snappy ones. I find that they like dissolve really well. Also, I put on blush right before the stream, and oh my gosh, I look so cute with blush on in this lighting. Don't I look like a little fairy? Oh my goodness, I forgot about blush. I haven't been wearing makeup because reasons, and I put on makeup today, and I feel cute. That's the point of being two. You hold each other up. Totally. Like, we're like holding each other up all the time. But right now he's holding me up because I'm having a rough time. Or at least I'm having an anxious time. I'm not depressed, but I'm very anxious. I just have a lot of anxiety right now. Go lie down. Go on. Go lie down. You can't eat chocolate. You look stunning today, glowing skin and hair. Thank you, Annette. I showered this morning and put on moisturizer and washed my hair. And since my hair is undyed, look at how shiny it is now. It's frizzy. Obviously it's still gonna have frizz, but it's like so healthy because I don't straighten it or anything anymore. Like, look at this curl just exists. That's just a curl that I have. One pretty little curl. Most of it doesn't curl that way if I brush it out. Like, you guys know I can make my hair curly by scrunching it, but like one healthy, shiny curl. So cute. Love that for me. Same. I had an anxiety attack last night. Same. I had like an actual, like, I had a panic attack. I haven't had a panic attack in like, a while, but it was like I had this that heartbeat thing. It's anxiety. I thought I was having a heart attack. Yesterday it was getting so bad and I was like, I'm dying. That's what's happening here. And then it turned into a full panic attack, which was not great. Not a great time. It was a panic attack, the kind that you, invert, like, as opposed to the hyperventilating and crying. I was like just panicked on the inside, like just running in circles on the inside and just sitting still in this panicked, like I could feel my heart beating fast. I was feeling dizzy because I wasn't breathing enough for how my heart was beating. And I was just sitting, like staring, being like, I don't know what to do. I can't move. I can't move because I'm freaking out. Like that's how it felt. Obviously I could have moved. I just felt like I couldn't move. Not great. But I talked to my therapist today, and she was like, we've apparently the last session we had, I know this is true because I was there, but I mean, like the last session we had, I was talking to her saying that my anxiety was building and I was having a harder time shoving it down, like, or dispelling it, or just dissolving it, like it was sticking by even when I was going like, this is anxiety, you can calm down, everything's okay. I was still struggling to keep it under control. And then I was telling her how this went, and she's like, it seems like it's just escalating, probably time to call the doctor. So I'm gonna get my panic attack pills again, which is fine. It's just I was doing so well without them, and now it feels like I'm kind of in this space where I can't regulate anymore. Like I'm having trouble regulating. I'm okay, and I know the world is on fire and my life is in spinning. It just feels like I'm spinning, but I'm okay. But since the logic of my brain and the feelings in my body, like my body is in fight or flight, but my brain is going like, it's okay, like you have somewhere to sleep, everything's okay. But I hoped you would find time with Grandpa so interesting and feel so homey there. Unfortunately, I don't think that's the case. I think that it's going to be a bit of a headbutting experience. I think that there's going to be a lot of difficulty for me. Anyway, but I don't think, obviously there's going to be good times, and I know that, but I'm struggling, that's for sure. I do not enjoy panic attacks, and I do not enjoy that low-lying, the dread. There's this just feeling of dread. It literally, I'm in someone else's house, right? Like I'm living in my grandpa's house, I'm living in his basement. So I feel a lot of feelings around it. You guys already know, I have a lot of feelings around the fact that this had to happen, and it makes me feel embarrassed, it makes me feel guilty, it makes me feel all kinds of things. And people say like, oh, don't feel embarrassed, like everybody needs to figure it out on somehow. But in the world of my family, this is like, I'm the only one that needed to live in my grandpa's basement. Everybody else owns their own home and has a husband or a wife, and they're functioning as real live adults in society, and I don't feel that way. Oh, by the way, you guys are my therapist right now, so enjoy. Also, just ignore me for a minute because I can see frizz, and I just want to brush the frizz out. Anyway, I'm working through stuff in my head, obviously, and of course it's nice to spend time with my grandpa, that's fine, but it's his house, and he's a very solitary person, so my presence is a lot. It's a bit much, and I am now aware that it is a bit much, and it's fine. I don't know where I fit now. I feel a little bit like I'm spinning again, like I don't have any control, and like I don't have any power, and that doesn't feel good when you're used to having entire control and power. It's kind of like the feeling of being in high school and coming home late and sneaking into the house. But when I do anything, like I go upstairs to make a tea, I feel like I'm sneaking into the house late and I'm gonna get in trouble. It's not accurate, but it's what it feels like, you know? So, unfortunately, I can't convince my body that that's not the case, because my body thinks that that's the case. So, he invited you. You're not a loser or not a grown-up. Be happy. Be the happy, inquisitive person you are. That's what he said this morning, actually. Well, it wasn't worded quite so. It was more of a, you used to be so, very bright and inquisitive. I still am. It's fine. I've been there, Laura. I'm sorry. I'm actually going to be seeing my therapist soon because of it. Definitely do. That's a wild thing to do. How do you cancel a parking space? What did I miss? I think I'll have soup for dinner. My stomach is pretty much empty, and tomato soup is a bit acidic for my guts right now. That's fair. I think I'll have the soup for dinner. Oh, instead of now, I see. Sending good vibes, thank you. That's the time for panic meds. I agree. Ola is not going to the office anymore. They canceled his parking space, and in his contract that he's supposed to have a parking space, so no parking, no Ola. They canceled. They did that to Alex, actually. In Ottawa, they canceled his parking space before we had moved. Software engineers. The value they provide is not loved. Decommodify housing, please, because Alex and I were just looking at places last night. That's what sent me into a panic attack, was looking at housing and being like, what if we moved sooner? We can't afford to move. There is no place that we can afford to live without going back into the exact same situation that we just came out of, which is we were spreading ourselves too thin with our housing costs. For those of you that don't know, apparently the correct amount that you're supposed to spend from your budget is 30% of your budget should go towards your housing costs. And we were spending way more than 30% of we were spending like 65% or something ridiculous. And we were happy because we were like not worrying about the future, and that's fine, and I'm comfortable in like living on the razor's edge. I was fine with that, but the problem is we didn't have a backup plan for if things go wrong and things happen, and then things went wrong and happened, and we didn't have a backup plan. So note to self, make a backup plan. The prices are freaking outlandish, totally. Excuse me. And that's exactly what the panic pills are for. You don't have to live with all those feelings. Yeah, because my brain knows what's going on. Like, I was talking to my therapist about it, being like, it's not like I'm confused about why I'm anxious. It's like, I know, it's like, I got it. Chill. I can't do anything about it. We can't do anything about it right now, body, so calm down. But my body is like, everything's on fire, we need to run. And then my brain is like, but we can't. There is nowhere for us to run right now. We have to just suffer through it and enjoy the parts that we can enjoy and live through the parts that we don't enjoy. And unfortunately, my body is not on the same page, which is when that's when I would take my panic attack pills, when I can't keep my own anxieties in check. Which is not always. I've been off of those panic attack pills for over a year now, and I've been managing, but I'm not managing well right now. In terms of panic attack, in terms of anxiety, my depression hasn't come, which is great. And I think that's because my body doesn't have enough time to feel bad for myself because it's panicking all the time. So hopefully when I get the anxiety under control, depression doesn't start to creep in. So you guys keep an eye on that. I'm just kidding. I'll be keeping an eye. When I went through a tough time a few years ago, my mom refused to let me and my kids stay with her until I got things worked out. Big hugs to you. Hopefully things pick up. She refused to let you stay with her? Well, I'm glad. Obviously, AB, welcome, by the way. And I didn't know about income and housing percentage. Yeah, it's 30%, and when you're doing 30%, like, if you're going and trying to get a new car and you want to be approved for a new car, they won't approve you for the new car if you're paying more than 40% of your income on housing. Or if you want to get a line of credit, they won't give you a line of credit if you don't have less than 40%. It's like 35 or 40%, which is not, like, we weren't doing that. So like Alex and I were like, we can't even get a new car if we want a new car. So we have to get it back within a budget so that we can at least get a car. I don't have room to talk. I'm on both depression and anxiety meds. I'm on anxiety and depression meds as well, keeping my depression down. I'm sorry that happened to you though, AB. I'm sorry you didn't have a safety net or a foundation to back up on. I mean, I'm glad that I'm obviously very grateful that my grandpa's letting us stay here. Of course I am. But it doesn't make it not hard, you know? Even if it's a great thing that is helping in this transition period, doesn't make it not hard. Most people are, though. That 30% just isn't a thing anymore. More and more of us are living paycheck to paycheck because the economy isn't actually making ends meet of the workers. Totally. So yeah, that's what's up with Alex and I, is that we were living paycheck to paycheck. We were paying down our debt, but we weren't saving money, just paying down debt. So like our debt was getting smaller over time, but it wasn't like we weren't getting ahead. We weren't making it better for ourselves in the future. I live in a wow, I'm sorry if my initials are highlighting everything. Well, that's too. AB are highlighting if my initials are highlighting everything. Your initials, What do you mean? You're good. No apologies needed. Hey there, Scrappy. Oh, right, it's morning for you still. It's 1:30 in the afternoon for us. Canada prices seem so high. Yeah. We are in your position. We're living on one software engineer salary and we could buy a small house. Yeah, that's not a thing. That's not available here. That's not, no, unfortunately, not available. IBGs, sorry to hear that. I hope things have gotten better. Me too. I'm in my mid-60s, in my early 40s. Hey, Denise. Welcome and lovely to see you. Sorry, US prices are high too. Yeah, they totally are. It's just unreasonable, and like when I was looking, because we were looking for a house to rent, not to buy yet. We don't have money to buy a house, but we were looking for a house to rent for after we move out of here, and everything is like over $3,000 a month now for a house. Like, so then I was looking like, okay, well, what's in a reasonable amount of money? And it's like a 1-bedroom apartment in an apartment complex costs almost as much as the house we were just in. So it's like a lot. It's just a lot. And it's frustrating because it's like we're supposed to be getting ahead, and when we move out, we're going to be jumping right back into the same stream we were in before, just trying to keep our heads above water, which is like life. Life is tough, everybody, I know, but still, I would like to be able to have the opportunity to get ahead, and I feel like I don't really have that right now. Housing prices are high, rent is crazy. Totally. Annette, you are not alone. I'm a social worker and I still struggle with finding my place in the world. Yeah, I have no idea where my place in the world is just yet. On my end, AB gets highlighted low. Oh, right, because it's yours. It's so you see yours. So yours are highlighted because they're your messages. Mine get highlighted when I put them into AB, but we don't see it as highlighted. Same here, they're all sick. I feel like I haven't seen you. How are you and your babies? They're all sick? Oh, I'm sorry, V. Also, hello everyone. Lovely to have you here. Sorry that I'm ranting about my anxiety, but welcome. I hope you're having a good time. I'm going to work on some granny squares right now because I'm working on a new pattern. I'll catch it as soon as everyone's better, of course. But if you could click the like button, I would really appreciate it while you're here. Like button. It's right there, so you might as well click it because you're here hanging out, and it helps the channel grow, so I'd appreciate it if you could. But I'm making granny squares for a Christmas stocking that is going to be made of granny squares. 32 hours, I've been cut to maybe 24. Yeah, I don't know how that's supposed to, how you're supposed to manage with that, Tanya. It doesn't, the world is not the way it used to be. Bummer V, hope everyone's better soon. Yeah, me too. All the babies sick? No thanks. It'd be nice if we could change our economy so that folks don't literally get priced right out of housing. That's literally why the homeless situation is so bad. Well, yeah, like if we didn't have a backup plan, I guess we would be living in a 1-bedroom apartment somewhere. You know what I mean? Not like a whole apartment, just for the down payment. What did you say that I missed? We did get help from Ola's parents when we bought our first apartment, though, interest-free, so that helped a lot. We have paid that off by now, though. Yeah, so that's not available to Alex or me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sorry, I just need to count to 10. And 10. Yeah, we don't have family help for money things, which is, like, I don't want to. Like, it feels uncomfy to me, because that's the situation that we have, is that it feels uncomfy. Okay, should I change rows every row or every other row? I'm gonna do every other row for this first one. Anyway, here, they got the cold icky, not the thing, just a cold, but my daughter needs breathing meds when she's sick. That's stressful. I'm sorry you have to be stressed out by that. But yeah, anyway, I'm feeling a little overwhelmed because I know there's a light at the end of the tunnel, but I'm in the tunnel. And like, you can't just skip the tunnel part of that whole metaphor, you know what I mean? Like, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, but I still have to walk all the way through this dark part where I'm struggling and feeling, not isolated, it's like I feel different though, because nobody I know and nobody in my family is experiencing what I'm experiencing or ever has. I've always been, you know, all over the place, and my siblings all, like I said, they all own their houses, they all are married, they're all doing career things, and it's just like, where am I? Where am I supposed to be? Laura, I know this is easier said than done, but while you are struggling, only handle the things you have control over. Scrappy, you showed up like 2 minutes late, and I was literally just saying that. I had therapy this morning, and my therapist said that. She said, pay attention and actively, like, acknowledge the things you have control over and do those things. Like I was saying, I have control over what I put on my body, what I wear. I can control that, and I should acknowledge that that is something in my control. I can control what I eat. I can control, you know what I mean, when I'm doing whatever the things are, the small things that I have control over. I should concentrate on them because that'll help ground me, because I'm seriously, I feel completely like I'm spinning. I know I'm supposed to feel like at home, but I don't. I feel like I'm like in a hotel or crashing on a friend's couch. I don't feel like I haven't even unpacked my stuff. Like all my arts and crafts stuff is still in boxes because I don't feel like this is my place to do any of that. So, sorry if I take a lot of deep breaths, it's because my heart feels like I'm having a heart attack. Anyway, so my sister had it earlier this year, and now the baby. Oh, Dawn, I hope that they're both okay. And right now I have a 2-bedroom. My room is the living room. I pay a low price, but if I need to move for next fall, I'll pay 75% more for the same size, and that's the college campus. Don't compare yourself to those around you. Just figure out what you and Alex need and go from there. Yeah, but that's easier said than done, because totally, like, Alex and I were happy. I know that we were, like, living tight, but we're still happy. Like, it's still, we were having a good time, and we were experiencing life together, and we were growing and are growing and all that stuff. But it's hard not to compare to the people who you see regularly, which is my family, you know? Take a deep breath and a sip of tea. Good idea. I'm actually going to reach up to let my chest open a little. Don't compare yourself to them. Yeah, exactly. My brother suffers from anxiety and stuff like that, and I'm always telling him, listen, you can only shower. If you can only shower today, then that's all you can do. It's okay. Well, the weird thing is, while I'm hella heckin' anxious, I've been really productive. Like, I'm 4 weeks ahead on videos still, which is great. I'm, like, doing well work-wise. I filmed a whole video yesterday, even the outro and the thumbnails and everything. I got everything done for a video yesterday, and I'm still 2 videos ahead. Like, I still have next video and next video already done. So now I have the next video already filmed, which is great. So work-wise, I'm feeling good, and also work-wise, I'm feeling good because the graphs are going up, which is what I want. I don't know how to explain it. There's analytics that we can see as YouTubers, and my analytics look good, so I'm happy about that. It's just my outside of work life is very overwhelming right now. It feels like a lot. You have lots of these ups and downs. I think so. So for sure have a game plan with your therapist how to work through those days. Yep. And also my therapist was like, do you want to talk again a little sooner? I was like, if you've got room for me. And of course she had room for me. Hold on, did I miss a stitch? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. No, I got it. 20. How do I turn a circle into a square in a granny square, guys? Do you guys know? Lebo, I struggle with that too. Some days are better than others. To be honest, it's so hard not to compare to the people in your circle. Yeah, especially when the people in my circle are, like, doing really well. Obviously, they're not doing what I would want. Like, I don't want the way their life is. It's not how I want to live. Even if everything was perfect, I wouldn't be living like any of my siblings, but knowing that they're, like, in stable situations is nice for them. Makes me go like, I'm not there yet. Let me see. Yeah, you'll need to build it up so there will be singles, halves, and doubles. Hold on. Oh, I see. Singles and then halves and doubles out to the side. That's very true. I tend to want to sleep a lot during rough times, and I also suffer chronic migraines. That's, if I start sleeping a lot, that's when it's called depression for me. That's when I'm hiding from being alive is for me how depression. works. Okay. I don't know that I want to make circular granny squares. Do I have a tutorial for granny squares? No, not yet, but I'm going to because I'm making a Christmas granny square. What is it called? Stocking. I cracked just by sitting up. This morning I put on a leotard, like it's a shirt with a crotch with buttons. Is that called a leotard? Anyway, I had one of those and I put it on thinking like, I'm gonna try and make like an outfit around this thing. And when I put it on, I felt like that music video, the call on me, call on me. So Alex came into the room and I like did the dance from that they're doing in the workout routine from that music video, and my hip, every time I would go forward, it would go and he was like, nice. And I was like, you like that? You like that loud hip? Laura, me too. When I take naps with the blanket over my head, that's a big red flag. Literally yesterday, Frida, I went into bed and put a pillow over my head, like in a cartoon, like over the back of my head, and I just like pretended not to be alive. But that wasn't that was anxiety trying. Bodysuit. It'd be me too. Sometimes I'll have a headache for a week. Ugh, that's too much. All right. So let's just start with a regular granny square then. Which, let's see what this lovely thing right here tells us to do. Not the puff stitch. The double square, I think, was a good idea. It feels like I can't get a full breath of air. What's frustrating though is like, I know I'm anxious. I know it's not like my brain isn't panicking. I know I'm anxious. I know why I'm anxious. I know that I can't do anything about it. And my body is like, alert, alert, there's a problem. And I'm like, there isn't though. You're fine. Everything's fine. I haven't slept well in 3 nights now, so I'm starting to become wonky. That's not ideal, Frida. I'm sorry that you haven't been sleeping. That's not good. I wish there was something you could do, but you're already doing those things. I know you are. Okay, so to start a regular one, chain 4, slip stitch into the first 5 chains. Double crochet. Oh, because it's going to be the corner. Okay, so hold on. Don't worry about me, you guys. It just takes me a minute to figure things out sometimes. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Okay, cool. I got it. I have an eye exam yesterday. That was hilarious. Did they put the stuff in your eyes so that you can't see? Like the, whatever it's called, the dilator, the eyeball dilator? Add a chain stitch at the corner between triple shell. Thank you, knitting. Knitting patternista. Okay, so I started with my circle, and now it says 5 chain because it's going to include the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Double crochet into the round. You got it. I showed the doctor huge my font is on the phone. He literally said, oh my god, you need to come soon. You're like, I didn't have time, okay? Can I just have some glasses, please? Okay, then we do 3 double crochets into the ring. 1, 2. It's always nice to try starting it a different way. Like, this is not how I usually start my granny squares. That's why I'm following these instructions to see how it makes me feel to try this other way. 2 chains, double crochet into the ring again. I'm having an eye exam for my new glasses in a few weeks. Oh, for the new glasses, did you end up picking the ones that you liked? Are you going to go with the orange ones? V, I'm doing a starburst granny square, but I haven't made it to the step where the circle is now a square. Yeah, that is why I switched to just going back to doing a granny square, because I didn't want to look it up and figure it out. You are accomplishing so much, and that alone is healing therapy. I mean, I don't feel currently like I'm accomplishing so much, but I do recognize that I am working harder, and I feel good about that, and I'm hoping that I can keep up with it. That's my plan and my goal and my hope, is that for the rest of the year I can keep up with this 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off of filming and editing. So 2 weeks of filming and then 2 weeks of editing. 2, hold on, sorry, one sec. 3 times, 2 double crochet in the ring, 1 slip stitch. Okay, 3 double crochet in the ring, 2 chains, 3 double, got that. 3 times. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Sorry. Life is difficult when you're trying to read and think. My feelings take up so much space in my head, you guys. And 3 times, 2 double crochet in the ring. Yeah. So then chain 1, chain 2. Now I understand. Got it. I got new frames too. Awesome. I'm so excited, but it could be 3 weeks before they're in because of delays. Dun delays. Anyway, yeah. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm hella anxious, and 1, 2, 3, and I'm feeling at the same time 1, 2, super productive, which is confusing. I'm loom knitting socks today because I don't like doing it with the tiny sticks. Lol. Except for real though. We have knitters in this community, AB, and 1, 2, 3, 6, huh? 4, 5, 6, chain 6, 2 double crochet in the first chain space. Yeah. 2 double crochet. 2? 3 double crochet into the first chain space, right? 1 double crochet in each of the 3. Okay, or fine, we'll do 2. Are you sure? 2 double crochet in the first chain space, and then what? 1 double crochet in each of the 3 double crochets. Got it. Anyway, yeah, we've got knitters in this team for sure. Are you sure? Chain 6. Slip stitch in the next chain, 6 chain, 2 double crochet in the first chain space. Yeah. Again, are you sure about that? It seems sure about it. Okay, and now we're gonna do 3 double crochets. Sorry, I need to figure out what I'm doing and then I can talk. But I need to make 20 granny squares. So I'm gonna just do 20 red and green granny squares. 1, 2, 3. And then I'll do a lesson on just like one of them, one type. 2 double crochet, 4 chain, 2 double crochet, 1 and 2. Once I make it around once, I'll understand what I'm doing. And then 4 chain stitches. That seems like a lot. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You should sing aloud when you feel anxious. You don't know that, but I already do that. Not singing like actual singing, more singing like anxious singing. But I thank you for saying I have a nice voice. That's very sweet of you to say. And that is like my goal in life, was to be a radio show person. So the fact that you like hearing my voice makes me feel really good about myself, so thank you. 22 pairs of what? Scrappy, I want to be able to read blah blah blah. Missed it. See if my sister kept the pic. Needed a second on his opinion. 22 pairs of what? Oh, of frames. Okay, I was thinking, I don't know why, but in my head I was like, jeans? Like, that's a lot of pairs of jeans. Bigger sticks for me, but that wouldn't make for a thin sock. That's true. You'd end up with either a lacy sock or a very thick sock. Yeah, I'm not a sock knitter. I aspire one day to be a sock knitter. 2, 3, and 4, but I'm not emotionally prepared for that kind of hardship just right now. Literally, like, I can't catch a break, it feels like, in life at this moment, and obviously, like, the decisions I've made have led me to where I am, and obviously I need to take responsibility for the things that are my fault, but there's other sides to it that it feels like the world is also just cascading on top of me, just like rubble is just everywhere, and I know that is not the case, but that's what it feels like, and therefore, I'm not going to add in sock knitting into that. Thank you, but no thank you. Sid, I gotta get ready for work. Okay, sounds good. Have a good rest of your day. Thanks for coming. 1, 2, 3, 4. And don't forget to like the video before you head out. I know you probably already did, Sid. But if you didn't, click the like button. It helps the channel, and I would very much appreciate it. Well, and I have a lot of fun trying on random frames. I try on frames when Alex gets new glasses. I pretend like maybe I need glasses too, and I try on all of the frames. Same. But yeah. What was I saying? I don't want to complain anymore. Can I be done with my complaining about my feelings? 1, 2, and then on the last one, chain 1, chain 2, 3 and 4. Cool beans, feeling good. Okay, I'm done complaining. My feelings are heavy and life is difficult, but life is also beautiful, and I'm making granny squares and hanging out with you guys, so it's gonna be okay. We're all gonna be okay. We're gonna sort through this together. Okay, and now we're gonna need round 3, 6 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then 2 double crochet in the first chain space. 1 and 2. Are you sure? It doesn't seem right. There's 2 there, there should be 2 here. Sorry, I don't like this. I don't like how this is. This is rude. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So there should be a whole other double crochet into the chain space. That's what's happening. Sorry, apologies to those of you who are like having to hear me figure out a granny square here. 1, 2. Good. Success. Nancy, I try to ignore the holidays. Hello, Nancy, welcome. Nice to see you. I'm gonna do a different thing with this now. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm gonna do it differently than the pattern says because I don't like the way the pattern says it. 1 and 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1 and 2. I'm gonna just start with a red granny square. I'm just practicing my granny squares. Hey there, Felicia. I'm new here, but you seem great. Oh, thank you. Well, you seem great. Welcome to being here. Wow, words are hard. Don't worry about me. I'm doing okay. I'm a little anxious, and I'm a little bit just anxious. It's just anxiety. I'm just anxious. It's everything else is fine. It's gonna be fine. The world is on fire, and that is happening. But I'm making a granny square, and that's good. I don't sing when I'm anxious, but playing the recorder helps if I'm not too strung up. Yeah, well, I imagine playing the recorder would help because it slows you down, right? Like when you're blowing out into an instrument, I feel like that would be good for your, because like, you know, when you're doing yoga and they're like, ooh, nice frames. Cute. I love the Discord, you guys. I also have anxiety, so I understand if you need to talk, I'm here. Well, I'm a talker, and I talk all the time. So if you join in, you're very welcome to discuss whatever's going on with you as well. This place is a safe place for everybody. Just as long as we're all being nice to each other, everything's good. 1, 2, 3, and 4. By the way, it's the week after November 11th, which is Remembrance Day, and that means we're allowed to decorate for Christmas now in Canada because Thanksgiving is over and Remembrance Day is over. My grandpa doesn't want Christmas decorations until December, but that doesn't mean we can't decorate this space, so I feel like that's a good. My day was fine, but I saw the craziest thing. I'm outside and I just saw a girl pee at a bus stop. Like, what the heck? That's crazy. Or it's not crazy. It's a little odd. It's definitely a little odd. Don't pee in public, people. It's just like, don't throw your garbage on the road. Don't pee in public. Don't throw your cigarette butts on the road. The road is everybody's space. Super weird. BRB getting tea. Sounds good to me. I am feeling like I got the hang of this granny square. I think I'm gonna buy a few pairs so I can have options. What Alex always does is he gets a sunglasses and a regular glasses, and then he has what he needs for a long time. 2, 3, 4. We already have the tree up. That's because it's spooky season is over and we're having Christmas season. Although I was thinking, since we're in this space and it's kind of like cozy and feels like we're in like an old-timey brick basement, because we are, wouldn't it be fun to do like some spooky season Christmas decorating? By the way, I went over to a friend's house last night, which was amazing, and we made Christmas ornaments. I made a wreath out of clay, and she made a snowman, and she's gonna bake them because it's a special type of clay. Kira's demanding we go outside, so I'll be listening. Okay, sounds good. Say hello to Kira for us. But, what else happened? Oh, on our walk today, Thunder lost his absolute mind at a dog on the road, and the owner, like, the dog wasn't leashed, it was just in its front lawn being friendly and a nice dog. And the owner came and was trying to get to know Thunder, and Thunder just wouldn't stop freaking out. It was very dramatic, and I was like, I apologize. And he was like, that's okay, I think Chihuahuas are so silly and cute, because his was like an old husky type dog. And I was like, well, that's good, because you're gonna get to know his bark if she's outside, his dog. If she's outside, he's gonna have something to say about it, that's for sure. I need new glasses soon, but I haven't. Eyesight sucks. Not many frames look good on me, though. Oh, I do Christmas December 1st, because since I'm my ex, I do it different now. Theme this year is Harry Potter. That's cool that you have a theme. Too early to do Christmas. Dawn, I strongly disagree. I feel that as soon as Thanksgiving is over, or as soon as November 11th has happened, all bets are off. Christmas is here. Because you only get Christmas songs for what? The month of December? I like Christmas songs. I like listening to them. So I want to have the decorations up so that I can make it make sense that I'm, you know, doing the Christmas music. Hold on. 1, 2. Let me count these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, see, there's still 2 left. I don't know where I'm supposed to fit them now. Confusing. Ugh, so the pattern was right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Why are there 11? Why is my number off? So annoying. To be fair, I love them and had them for 5 years. Your old glasses? Each year we rotate who picks the theme. This year is mine, so I chose Harry Potter. Next year is my son's. He chose Spider-Man. A Spider-Man Christmas. That's cool. We're pulling all the containers out this week, but I'm going to donate a bunch of my Christmas decor. I don't want to a thrift store. Yeah, I did that before we moved. Donated a bunch of Christmas stuff to a thrift store, and that's what happened. And now we have 1 cardboard box of Christmas ornaments, which is fine, and I can handle it, but we definitely had more than that before. But at the same time, it's like, what do I need Christmas decorations for right now? I'm back. We get Christmas songs on November 1st. Yeah, but you need the Christmas decorations to go with them, don't you think? Okay, so then we're going to turn. That's how I normally do my granny squares. I don't know why I'm struggling with it, because I'm thinking, and I can't do 2 things at once. Sorry. Okay, so if there's 3 there, there's going to be... Let's try going the opposite way, you know? See how we do there. I like it the way where you do a chain stitch between them. I don't know why this is hard for me. Or when you do the clusters. I like the old American granny square. I feel like those ones are cuter. So I did the first part right. Yeah. Good. And then connected. And we're going to start with a chain 2. This square is usually worked a new color for each round. Okay, round 2. Okay, got it. 1, 2, and 3. Got it. I have 28 years of Christmas decor and about 8 years I would do themes. I do not need all of this stuff. Yeah, Alex and I, we aren't really super big on the Christmas stuff in general. Like we have a box, but like we don't, neither of us are like super, like it doesn't matter. Like we're not going to be sad if we can't have our Christmas decorations. Like this year, it's not going to ruin anything for us. Obviously, we're going to have great decorations because my grandpa has a ton of them also. But I think when we move the next year, we'll do a bit of a toned down Christmas for our first year. Just we don't need to acquire more stuff. I feel like this move showed me how much stuff I have, and I realized like, oh, until I am situated, I don't want to have a whole bunch of things that just end up stored most of the year, you know? 1 and 2. We're doing a woodland theme this year. Oh, that's cool. I like a woodland theme. Check my frames on Discord. Let me have a look. Join the Discord, by the way, everybody. You can join the Discord for $2 a month by joining Patreon, and you also get my patterns in my bullet journal when I make them, and you also get early access to my crochet tutorials, natural dye tutorials, whatever tutorial I put out. Cool. How come? Oh, excuse me. How come it's in English, Frida? Why is it not in Sweden? If you zoom in on the pictures, you can see all the modeled parts in the plastic. They're recycled from old frames. That's really cool. There was that option when we got Alex's. They had ones that were recycled money. So it was like money that had been discontinued and like it's meant to be destroyed because they make new money, you know? Well, the old money that had been destroyed, it was like mixed with resin, and it was like dollar bills or newspaper. You could like pick what recycled thing it was, which was cool. Why is what not in Sweden? Well, no, why is what not in Swedish? The words behind you in your pictures in the store are in English, not in Swedish. Shouldn't they be in Swedish? You make money on Discord? I just thought it was a chat thing. Oh no, I don't make money on Discord. I make money on Patreon, but through Patreon, I give access to the Discord so that people who are paying in Patreon can participate in that Discord. Although there are way more people in the Discord than there are people who are in my Patreon. It's fine. It's just something I noticed. But yeah, no, Discord itself doesn't cost anything. It's the Patreon, which costs $2. 1 and 2. Thanks, Scrappy and Laura. You know, that's why we're here. Oh no, I made a mistake. Why? I'm so early in the square to be making a mistake. Seriously, I can't catch a break here. Let's try this again, Laura. We can do it. We could do it. Just believe in me for a minute. We all speak English. I don't even notice it. Oh, I don't know. I just figured, I don't know. Wouldn't you assume people who are not in Sweden, wouldn't you be like, yeah, that makes sense that it would be in Swedish? I don't know. I feel like I would guess it was in Swedish. No, that's not enough. We need a chain first. Chain 1, chain 2. I'm telling you, I tried on 22 pairs. Yes, that's a lot of pairs. That's, some might argue, too many pairs. I just kept grabbing frames I thought looked cute. That's what I do when I go with Alex. I literally try on everything that I think is like cute and see if it fits my face. I don't need glasses though, so it's a little different. Most things are probably in Swedish. Who's to say? You don't notice, so maybe everything's in English. I mean, signs and stuff. Yeah, that makes sense. Like traffic signs or direction signs would probably be in Swedish, but the store names and stuff, I guess, might as well just leave it. Like Gucci doesn't change if you're in a different country. It's always called Gucci, right? You know, you know. Is anyone else getting like hella ads for that new movie, the Gucci movie, with Lady Gaga and Adam Driver and the other guy, the Joker from the Batman movie? Oh my gosh, it's like I'm out of breath. My heart rate makes me feel stress. Okay, I figured it out. I finally got the granny square sorted. Wow, that took way too much of my mental power to figure it out. I think it sounds fancier in a store to call things English stuff. Well, I feel like it would be fancier to have it called, well, I speak English though. not English stuff. 1, 2. Thunder, you're making my leg fall asleep again, dude. I have a dog sitting on my lap right now, and he is very comfortable and happy, but he's also making my foot fall asleep. So what is everyone else up to today? That's a good question, right? What are you guys doing? I am just going to be hanging out practicing granny squares because I have to be able to teach them, and I don't know what I'm doing, so I have to figure that out. And then I also have to figure out the pattern for the hand warmers, unless you guys just want the one that I made a couple of weeks ago that is like a front loop only, back loop only, mismatched sort of hand warmer, like it's an easy stitch. Or do you want something with a bit more of a complicated stitch? If I'm making hand warmers, which essentially for me is just 2 rectangles, that's what hand warmers are in the way I make them, and then you sew them together and you sew it together and leave room for a thumb, and then you do like edge stitching around the thumb. But I can do a more complicated stitch if you want something to be a little bit different. But if you want it to be simple, what are you in the mood for? If you wanted to make fingerless gloves / hand warmers, what's the vibe? Grocery list and meal planning. That's a good idea too. I have to do that because we are out of milk, and that is something that we need to have in the house. I think I saw a little ad or whatever on Duolingo that the most common language to learn in Sweden is Swedish, but that it's most English. Not sure how accurate that is. The most common language to learn in Sweden is Swedish. I mean, lol. Maybe it's because a lot of people go to Sweden because it's nice there. Laura, did you get the picture of the crochet top I wanted to make on Instagram? Let me have a look. Ooh. Let me see. Oh, it won't let me see it again. Yes, I did, but now it shows... See, it shows nothing. The picture, I can't refresh the picture. So yes, I did. I saw the picture of the top, but I can't see it anymore because I already looked at it. And Instagram is like, we'll keep your pictures of things private after you've watched it once. But I did see it, Lebo. Scrappy, those Prada ones were the exact color of my eyes, but too expensive and too much of a cat eye silhouette for me. I feel like if I had access to glasses and they were my thing, not if I had access, if I had necessity of glasses, I have access to glasses, I just don't need them. But if I needed them, I feel like I would be taking the bizarre frame shape approach, you know? The gigantic cat eye ones, I would do that. The Swedish English is mandatory. They start in 1st grade, and then in 6th grade we usually get the choice to start French or German too. Wow. For us it's French that's mandatory. You learn it up until grade 8, and then in high school you have to take French once, like grade 9 French. But you don't have to take it after grade 9 if you don't want to. I had to take it the whole way around because my mom loves French and loves speaking French, so she had all of us take French all the way through high school. I tried to avoid it. I tried to just not take it, and my parents found out when I was in my grade 12, and I had to take, or when I was in grade 11, I guess they found out that I hadn't been taking it. So I had to take all of the classes back to back to back to back until I was caught up. And I ended up in a class with my little sister for French because I had skipped taking French for a number of years without getting caught. I thought that if I had gone long enough, they would be like, oh well, you've missed too many by now. I'm not a big fan of, or not that I'm not a big fan. I have a difficult time learning languages when I'm not interested, and I was not interested at the time in learning French. But I learned Russian, and I was interested in learning Russian, and I learned Russian, so I'm sure that if I went back to French with more gusto behind me, I could learn a little better than I was in high school. 1, 2, 3. Good. Aw, granny squares are so cute, aren't they? I don't know how big I should make each granny square. My plan was to make it 2 by 3 for the L shape that I'm doing for the stocking. I failed German, switched to Spanish, and when I failed that, oh, I changed my Excuse me. I changed my program, our version of high school. Right. I forget that, like, the way that school is organized is not eternal. It's not everywhere. It's different in different countries. Who knew? I'm willingly learning Korean all by myself now. Yeah, and because you're interested in it, it's probably a little bit easier to learn, or easier to stick to, even if it's hard to learn. I think that's the problem, is that since I wasn't interested in learning French, it was hard to stick to, like, learning. It went in one ear and out the other. I did a test, and everything that I did the test on erased from my memory after the test, you know? But Russian, it wasn't like that. I've retained quite a bit of my Russian. What I learned, anyway. And I can mostly comprehend what is going on when Alex's parents are talking to him, because they speak pretty much just in Russian to him. Obviously, they speak in English when they're talking to both of us, but I mean, like, when they're talking quickly, it switches over to Russian. And I can mostly comprehend what's going on. I can't say that I understand it. It's that I comprehend, though. Like, I get the gist of the conversation based on the words I do understand, you know? Which is useful. 1, 2, and 3. That's kind of cool, though. America, it's common misconception that we have an official language, but we don't. Just a dominant one. Really? There's no official language? It's not officially English? That's cool. Yeah, in Canada we have 2 official languages. Although they might be adding more languages to our official languages. They might add Inuktitut, which is the indigenous people in the north, the Inuit people. They have a language called Inuktitut, and that's pretty jazzy. There might be a 3rd official language in Canada, which is kind of cool. I wonder if they'll add a bunch of languages to the official languages, or if they'll just add Inuktitut. The last I heard, it was just Inuktitut they were looking at. Hello from Nova Scotia. Hey there, Darlene. Lovely to see you. Welcome from Nova Scotia. Welcome from Southern Ontario, I should say. But I want to learn French, German. I tell you. I don't even have it in my head that I want to learn any languages right now. I'm just, like, surviving, and I'm gonna keep on the craft train. Maybe someday I'll learn another language. I'm just not, like, I don't know. It's not in my, like, interests. I don't feel excited about learning a language. And I'm like, since I'm a grown-up who's out of school now, I don't have to learn languages if I don't want to. South Africa has 11 official languages. That's cool. That's really cool. I love the South African accent, though. It's a very, very sexy accent, I must say. I had a business, he was like a professor in a business course that I did, and he was from South Africa, and I just listened to him drawl on all day, because we had, like, 8-hour classes with him, and I could just stare. He was an older gentleman, and he wasn't attractive, and I wasn't attracted to him, but I was so attracted to hearing his voice. I love the sound of the South African accent. Very nice accent. It was almost German as the official language. I just learned in my linguistics class. Oh, and our states can choose to have an official language, though. That's cool. I think that Canada just has 2 official languages, but there's only one actual bilingual province, which is New Brunswick, and then there's Quebec, which speaks pretty much exclusively French, and then there's everybody else that speaks language that speaks language. For legal reason, USA does not have an official language. Interesting. Interesting. Swedish is the official language. English is mandatory, and you can have home language if you come from somewhere else. That's very cool. My best friend is from SA. I'm so happy she hasn't lost her accent. I love it. She's forgotten Afrikaans, though it's been too long. Afrikaans sounds very, like, I think it sounds beautiful, like music. Hearing people speak Afrikaans, it's just like, I don't know, it's like a weird music to me. I really like it. I don't understand it, but I like it. Anywho, they teach 2 official in school, though, English and Afrikaans. Afrikaans is sort of similar to Dutch. Right, it's like, there's Dutch, and then there's other stuff going on in it. It's like Dutch plus many years of not being in the Netherlands. Dutch plus local culture equals Afrikaans. Pretty cool, though. I think it's pretty cool. So, I also want to do something else. I don't know how though. So there's this, I have to go get something to show to you. I have a story or a explanation, but I'll be right back. Just talk amongst yourselves. Okay, what I'm all excited about. What am I making today? Hey DK, I am making some granny squares to practice for a tutorial that I need to be able to explain how to make granny squares, but I need to be good at it first, so I have to get good at it today. Between now and 5 o'clock, I need to become good at granny squares, so pray for me. But this is a pressed flower arrangement. I don't know what it's called. But my grandma made it, and she's made many of them, and there's a bunch of them around the house that are just like pressed things that are beautiful, and I like it. And when I went to my friend's house last night, she makes them. She has them just hanging everywhere in these glass bottles, and so pretty. It looks so pretty, and it's like lovely. I believe in you, Laura. Thanks, Frida. But I don't know what it is or how to do it. Like I can see that it's pressed flowers between glass. Like, I understand that. But I mean, I haven't pressed flowers, and there's a bunch of beautiful fall leaves that I've collected in the last week as the leaves have been falling, and I want to press them, but I don't know how. I understand they need to be made flat, but I don't know what I need to do, and I haven't looked into it yet. Do any of you guys press flowers? Because I would love to hear feedback from you or advice from you on that, because I want to press some flowers so that I can use them in display things. I want to display beautiful things. My friend also has all of her taxidermy items on display, and it's so pretty. She has like the skull from a wolf, the skull from a fox. Like, they're beautiful though. They're not like gory. It's like they're mounted. But anyway, what am I trying to say? She's got them all displayed on these beautiful shelves that are like, how do you find me on it? Loaded Discord. How do I find you on it? Hold on. Tanya, give me 1 sec. I'll see. Where are you? Not there. That's not what I want. Use a book for pressing. Like, just a big, heavy book? Like, there's not, like, a process? And do I have to, how long do I have to leave it? Do I have to put, like, fabric between it? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know the right steps. I'm sorry, my brain is also spinning, so I'm trying to make a sentence, and my brain is struggling to make a sentence. I get it that they need to be, like, flattened in something, but I don't know what I need to do specifically to get them ready. Like, how long do they have to be pressed for before I can put them in glass? And do I have to do anything to them in the pressing process? Do they need to be, like, lacquered or anything? Never tried, but I used to crush flowers and mix it in my Nana's creams and drive her crazy. You crush flowers and mix it in your Nana's creams? I used to crush flowers and put them into bottles, like the juice from flowers, and tell people that it was homemade perfume when I was little. Forsythia doesn't have a smell that is worth trying to make into perfume, but I did. I pressed a flower once, but it was a long time ago. I just posted a video for you. Oh, thank you. Pressed flowers. Bloom and Wild. How to press flowers. Okay, cool. I'll check that out later. But thank you, I appreciate. Well, that answers the questions, I guess, then. But I want to do that type of thing. I realized, like, a lot of my beautiful things are in boxes, like, in containers, like, not boxes, in, like, instead of displaying them, they're, like, stored right now. And when we move to our next place, I would like to display them as opposed to just having them. Like, I have feathers and bones and things. 1, 2, 3. I just spent like 16 minutes trying to log on to Patreon. Oh, why? Did it forget you? And you had to find your password again? That happens to me way too often. No one can ever hack me because I can't even remember my passwords because they're all just numbers and letters that are automatically generated by a thing Alex installed. And whenever I forget them, I just reset them, and which happens to be often when I can't find the passwords. I don't like using the password manager that Alex has installed, so I just don't know how to get to the password, so then I just reset it all the time. But anyway, yeah, I want to display my things more, so I want to have shelving for the purpose of display, which is, she's got her house set up as like a museum, essentially. Like, she has like areas on the wall that are like a gallery, like a bunch of things are kind of bunched together in shelves and frames, and then there will be a bunch of empty space around it, and then in another area there will be another sort of display. It's really, the way she has it done is beautiful. I really like it, and I find it to be like, it's very visually appealing to look at. Like, it's a very enjoyable experience to be sitting in her house. It's so cozy, and there's always something to look at. And that's kind of the vibe that I want, without it being too over-cluttered, which is, I think, what my problem last time was a little bit. It forgot me. You turned your computer off at some point, and it forgot all of your passwords. I hate when that happens. When I get logged out of Gmail, it makes me have a code to my phone. Alex has everything on like extra secure, so it sends me a code to my phone, and I have to use that code within X amount of seconds, and I have to open an app and get a different code. There's like, it's too many steps for me. Sorry, it just is. But I'm sorry that happened. I hate when I hate having to find I hate all of the security measures that we need to do online. It says I need a 4 digits at the end of it. Oh, yeah, that's on Patreon. So you have to get that number on Patreon, Tanya. In order to join the Discord, you have to join the Patreon, and then in the Patreon there is that code that you need. Yes, I like seeing things, but set up in a visually pleasing way. My OCD gets triggered when it's just a mishmash of clutter. See, my OCD, I don't have any, so I don't have that issue. Like, I can have things in clutter and still see the beautiful things in them, but I would like to have it be more of a, make it easier to clean, you know what I mean? Just having things set up in a way so that it's like, it's obvious what things don't get moved and what things get, you know, for cleaning purposes. It's something I think that I want. But yeah, that's not until we find a new place. And at this point, every place that I've found is $1 million more expensive than I want to pay, and not how I'm going to be able to function. I don't think I can live in a basement for a year. Like, I can't sign a lease to live in a basement for a year. That's not gonna work. Somewhere, I mean. But, I don't know that we'll be able to get a house. Like, I don't know that we'll be able to rent a house, because now all of the houses are $2,500 and up, because the rent prices are crazy here. They were like $1,700, $1,800 when we moved into our last place. If we had picked a different house, we would have been paying like $1,700 in rent. But now the rent for just like a 2-bedroom, small house, small yard, just that, and like nothing, I'm not even looking for anything with acreage anymore. Like, at first I was like, we could find another farm. We literally can't. Maybe we can find a house, maybe, and most likely we'll have like the main floor of a house. We won't even have a whole house, and I'm trying to make it look for places that have access to a garden and or have like some space for me to do garden things. And it's looking difficult right now. Do you need a house? If so, is there a cheaper place to live? So I guess I don't need a house. I am very much, I'm opposed to living in a high-rise again, because I really, really like having a space outside that's like mine and green and has plants. That seems important to me now. If I can't do it, obviously, like, we're gonna make do with what we can. So if the only thing we can do is rent a condo, then what are you gonna do? So yeah, pics of lots of little rings on Discord. Your Discord is Tanya. Okay, cool, Tanya. To get into the Last Minute Laura Discord, though, the link is on Patreon. Pics of lots of little rings in Discord. Let me have a look. Oh, beautiful! You finished them. They look so pretty. I love that green one. That's so pretty. Obviously they're all pretty, but I like the green one. But yeah, so we don't need, like, in truth, we don't need a house. I would really like to live in a house. That's pretty much what we're at. Obviously, if nothing's available and we need to move, we are gonna find somewhere. It's almost bed for me. Okay, Lebo, have a good rest of your night, and I hope you have a good sleep. Maybe if you rent a condo, look for a space that allows for container gardening or a community garden. Yeah, so I haven't gotten there yet. I haven't gotten to the point where I'm giving up on the house and a yard type thing. I'm not quite over that yet, and I think that I would rather have like the main floor of a house with a little garden if it's the same price as a condo with a community garden. Like, I would rather just have the main floor of a house. I know that, like, ideally I would have a whole house, but the world is not the way it used to be. Hi from India. Hi, Hannah. Good afternoon. Lovely to see you here today. Hope you're having a good day. I think that's probably enough round, maybe one more round. I think I might do a fabric lining. Who suggested that yesterday, doing a fabric lining for the stocking? I'm doing a Christmas stocking out of granny squares, or a house where you can rent out part of it. Exactly, yeah, like, exactly, renting out the main floor of the house or the upstairs of the house or whatever. Just having space, a little bit of space. I don't really want to live in the sky anymore. I like living on the ground, so I don't really want to live in an apartment, even if it has a balcony. I would prefer not to, because I like living on the ground. But I mean, again, there aren't really that many rules right now for what we're gonna do next, because our options are less fruitful than they were when we were moving last time. Pretty much any book works fine. You can put something on top of the book as a weight when you put the flowers in it. That way it presses. Okay. And then to use them, like, are they just pressed between two pieces of glass, or are they glued down? Like, I don't understand how she did that, because I don't see any super glue or any glue guns. I know this is personal, but are you guys able to at least save 80% of what you paid for that other place? Save 80% of what... I think we're gonna save... Well, we're saving all the money because we're not paying rent here. So we're paying, like, other stuff, but not, like, the actual mortgage, because it's like he owns his home. There isn't a monthly thing the same way. But we are... Can we save at least 80% of what you paid at the other place? Can we save 80% of it? Yeah, well, right now we're saving, like... Okay, probably not 80%. Probably about 70%, but we're paying down our credit cards at the same time. Like, we're paying for bills at the same time. So maybe not 80%, but probably 75% of what we were paying. 75%, I would say. Okay, so you're setting aside a full amount of rent that you paid. Yeah, the rent that we paid at the other place is being put somewhere. So we're pretending as though we're still paying the same amount. The money is just being set aside. So, yeah, we're saving most of it. I would say, like, yeah, probably 75% is going just into an account. Like, we're not dealing with it. We're just pretending that we're paying rent still. I lived up high with a balcony, but I'm with you. I want to have a piece of earth that's mine. Yeah, I lived up high multiple times. Alex and I have lived in apartment buildings lots of times. You should have a nice chunk saved in a few months, and getting your credit score and credit paid down. That is good. Well, luckily for Alex and I, we both have good credit scores. We pay our credit card bills, like, because I don't know, we both just do. Yeah, so our credit scores are pretty good. I think mine is really good and Alex's is, or maybe mine is pretty good and Alex's is really good. One of us has excellent as our credit score. Like, the number, I don't remember the number, but you can do it through your bank, and our bank had it under excellent. So one of us has excellent and the other has good, or whatever's below excellent. Like, we're not, our credit's good. But yeah, totally. Saving money is important, and we weren't. I know it feels so hard to get a house, but look around and do some research on things like grants. I mean, I will. I'll be doing that type of stuff. I don't think we're gonna get a house next, though. I don't think that's gonna be where we're at yet, but I'll keep it as an open option. Like, we're gonna we're looking all the time now. It's just going to be something that I do side. Like my part-time job is looking for housing. So I'll keep my eyes open in the for sale market. It's just, yeah, we haven't been in the market yet. What we did to get into this house was have me as the only owner as a first-time buyer. Oh, okay. And then then it's like 5% down, right? Since it's first house. Well, both of us, it would be both of our first house. So there's that. But, you need to have the 5% down. I'm trying to find a job that doesn't require a bachelor's degree. Good luck. I don't know why, but for some reason, if you want to be someone who delivers coffee, you need a bachelor's degree now. So we had the down payment waived. Oh, here you can't have it waived, but you can have it 5% is your thing. Oh dear Lord. Mom just told me Dad is going to make cookies. His signature oatmeal chocolate chip. Yum! I want some cookies. I would actually love some cookies. Scrappy, since Ola is the only one with a salary, he bought the house and then gave half to me. That's lovely. Well, yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. I'm not, like, there yet. But the California grant took care of the down payment. Well, I'll have a look. If there's a grant that's gonna take away our down payment, then let's get in a house, because the price to pay your mortgage and your fees owning a house is about the same as rent. Like, renting is frustrating for that reason, because it's not like you're even getting a deal as opposed to owning. Oatmeal cookies, agreed. DK, in the UK, the government have first-time buyer scheme. I think they give you 10,000 or something like that. Wow, that's cool. I don't think they give you anything in Canada. I don't think there's like my sister just bought her first house, my older sister just bought her first house, and neither of them mentioned any, like, both of them are street smart, money smart people, so they would know if there was a thing. I just added my husband after. He makes way more than that a year, so that's why we did me as the only owner. Yeah, well, I wonder then if me as the only owner will be a good idea, because I make less than Alex. By a lot. But not that much. Eventually I'll make the same amount as Alex. If the graph on YouTube is correct, in like 3 months, 2 months or 3 months, I should be making what Alex makes. Hopefully. We'll see. Not there yet. I'm just being hopeful. Can we stop talking about anxious things? Can we not talk about my housing? It's stressful. It's stressing me out. Let's talk about yarn and crafts and handmade things and natural dye and animals and woodland fairy things and stuff that is happy. Don't you agree? Maybe you can find a community garden if you have to get a flat. Yeah, yeah, I will have to I need a garden next year. So if I can't get into a house, then it will be a community garden. Let's talk about how cold it is. It's actually like 12 degrees Celsius here today. It's so warm. We had snowy weather last week, and now it's beautiful. It's so lovely out. It's like very warm. Okay, I got my first granny square done. That took 2.5 hours. That took 1.5 hours for me to figure out a granny square. So now hopefully the second granny square is not going to take that long, because wowza, that took way too long. Let's do a green one now. What are your favorite flour for pounding or pressing? Another cloudy day. My favorite flowers for flour pounding are Cosmos and Marigolds. Cosmos makes such a pretty print. Do I have it near me? No. And marigolds are just so pretty. 15 degrees Celsius. That's pretty much what it is here. 1, 2, 3, 4. But for me, that's warm at this time of year anyway. 12 degrees Celsius here too in Maryland. Isn't that like nice at this time of year, Maggie? That fabric was gorgeous. Yeah, you think so? I like it too. I think it was a pretty fabric. I think that it worked out well. And I'm excited to do something with it. I want to sew it into something, but I don't want to take out my sewing machine because I don't want to. But I was thinking maybe we can do some hand sewing with that natural dyed fabric and see how that goes. Yeah, we don't got Canada cold, but for us that's chilly. Yeah, totally. It's chilly if you haven't gotten that cold yet, but since we've gotten much colder, it feels warm, you know? And it's okay, it's more of a summer person. I'm more of a summer person. Yeah, I mean, it's warm comparatively to what it was last week. Did you get a cold spell there as well? It got pretty cold here over the last couple of days, and going out today and having it be like I took my hat off when I was outside. Oh, Laura, I loved the flower video. You made my stomach ache in the middle of the night bearable. Really? I'm glad you liked it. Thank you. Perfect, V. Yeah, 13 degrees, beautiful. 1, 2, 3. I'm really glad you liked it, Frida. I really liked it too. I worked hard on that video, and I tried to make it, like, fun to watch, you know what I mean? Like, I tried to get beautiful shots. That was my goal. And I wanted to show off all the flowers in the garden because I knew I wasn't going to have them for very long. So, yeah, flower video. I didn't know there was a video out. Every Tuesday, Scrappy. I got new videos every Tuesday now, because I'm a real live YouTuber again. Don't you remember? Yeah, every Tuesday at 9 a.m. there is a new video. Patrons get the video on Mondays. Everybody else gets the video on Tuesday. But yeah, the newest video is a flower pounding video. It's how I did my flower pounding on fabric, on cotton. And it's like 45 minutes long, so it's a long one. The process was great, and I loved seeing the results. Me too. I loved watching the peeling off. Like, I love watching that when I'm doing it, you know what I mean? Peeling the fabric off. But I feel like when I was watching the video yesterday, I was like still enjoying watching it get peeled off. When the top occupations are all engineer related, and I'm far from an engineer. Yep. That's a vibe, Maggie. Definitely a vibe. Super busy yesterday. I don't think I opened YouTube. I will check later for sure. Cool. Yeah, definitely check it out because I think it's a pretty good video. Something nice to have on in the background, but also like pretty. It's pretty to watch, which I like. If you like fairies, etc., Laura, check out Erwin Saunders on YouTube. He's adorable, searching for them, and it's just a funny, calming watching him. Oh, is he, like, literally, like, searching in the woods for them? I feel like I've seen that person and wondered what was going on. Like, how did I come to this part of YouTube? Why would I have seen that? The only good thing about renting is they have to make repairs and keep up. Yeah, that's one good thing. And the other good thing is that you can leave easily without having to deal with a house. Like, if you want to move somewhere and you own a house, you have to sell it, you know? 1, 2, 3. Whereas if you are renting, you can just give your 30 or 60 days notice, depending on how your lease is organized. 100% Tanya, being a homeowner is not for everyone. But also, like, I don't know why it's like, there's this pressure to buy a house that's like very real. Like this pressure that everyone thinks that you're not being a real live adult unless you own a home. And it's like, that's not everybody's journey. That's not how everybody is going to live. Renting is a valid way to live. Like, that's a real way that real people live for their whole life. So I don't know why there's all this pressure, or at least there feels like I have all this pressure on me to buy a house. But I understand that having property is, like, I know that I would feel safer if I knew I owned the property, but, like, I don't know. It's a lot. My stomach just growled. Now that you know the pattern, it won't take as long. That's what I'm hoping, Tanya. So we'll see how long this second piece takes me. How about that? Nobody should feel pressured. Yeah, well. Yes, and he edits his artwork into his videos, like CGI. Really? Oh, cool. I guess I didn't notice that. I'll check him out again. Complicated. This has worked fine for me. Just be aware that if you want to press bigger, thicker flowers, it can be trickier as they have more water inside and can mold. Then you may want a special press or something, but just normal leaves and flowers work fine in books, at least most of the time. I did that when I was little, like just putting leaves and flowers in books, but with the intention of having them still look pretty so that I could put them in a glass frame. That's what I was concerned about, like them looking nice for that purpose. You know, I felt like, what the fuck was I doing wrong? We make really good money and we still couldn't afford to live in the city I grew up in. The houses on average are $5 million. Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't do everything right, so it's not like I can be like, why can't we afford a house? We can't afford a house because I don't make enough money yet. But, still, it feels like everyone that I know is buying a house, even though a bunch of my friends and family members they're not rolling in it, so I don't know why it, like, I don't know. I guess it seems important, so it's something that's like pressure. It's just a pressure I feel. I don't know if it's a, you know, like nothing is real. Everything is made up in our heads anyway, you know? But at the same time, the pressure, I can feel the pressure. I kept wondering how my friends were affording to still live there. Then I found out most are renting an apartment. Yeah, well, I feel like a lot of my friends have there must be something else that I don't know about, you know what I mean? Or something else that, like, was prepared, because it's just so much money, and most of my friends work jobs that are, like, of course they make money, but, like, they're not making millions of dollars, you know? My friend rents a 2-bedroom for a family of 4. Yeah. See? Because lots of people rent. But for some reason, there's, like, a lot of comments. I'm sure they're well-meaning, but they are not helping. Like, I have no way to buy a house. Like, if you want to buy me a house, then I will live in a house. Happily, I will be a homeowner if you buy it for me. But I'm not... It's like when people are like, you need to buy a new car. Thank you. You're right. I do need to buy a new car. But I don't have the money to buy a new car. So what do you want me to do? You know? Such is life. Right now, I can't get a new car. Right now, I can't buy a house. It's just not where I'm at. Sorry, I'm struggling to slip stitch these two together. My first stitch was too tight. That's why I'm not looking up. I'm not trying to avert eye contact. Is that the material V sent you in the dress? Yes, it is! Both of these materials V sent me. This one is roosters and this one is flowers. I've written the description in several parts if you want to go back and read from the start. Oh, okay, cool. And that isn't for me. I wanted a 3-bedroom house, so we moved to an area that I could afford it. Works. Just looked up Erwin Saunders. He gives me Spiderwick Chronicles vibes so far. I'm excited to watch later. Crowdfund to buy Laura a house. Can you imagine? 1, 2, 3. Then I would really have to have you guys all over. Crowdfund to buy me a house. I don't need crowdfunding. I just need to make my YouTube journey actually lucrative. That's all. I just need to figure it out. I need to figure out how to consistently upload. So far, so good. I mean, like I said, I'm 4 weeks ahead in videos, or 3 weeks ahead now because the video just came out. Hold on, gonna buy foam panels and make my stencils. Gotta make me some Christmas t-shirts for work. Cool. But yeah, I just, if I keep working the way that I'm working right now, I should be, I don't know, financially stable fairly soon. I'm like, you guys already know. I feel like I'm trying to defend myself from like an attack, but there is no attack. Do you know what I mean? That's the anxiety. Both good deals. Let's see. Just won an auction for a pestle and mortar from an old German mortar from an old German pharmacy, and a little ceramic jar, both which I need for jewelry making. Oh, cool. I love my mortar and pestle. Don't overstress. Remember what you can do today. You are live streaming, therefore you're earning money. Exactly. And I put out a video this week, therefore I'm earning money. And I have next week's video already done and uploaded, so I'm going to have earning money next week. Totally. I'm doing things that I can control. It's just hard because I feel like I need to justify the way that I'm trying to make my way through the world. Like, I feel like I have to be like, I'm not making a lot of money, but I'm trying and I'm going to, you know? But I'm not there yet, so it feels like I'm defending a position that I don't even have yet, you know? The flower fabric for scraps from that floral and white shirt I made on my Instagram a while back. Isn't it pretty? My dad was like, what happened to that dress? Why are there 2 different colors? And I was like, because there wasn't enough of the one color, and so I thought of using the second one. And he was like, oh, so it really is a one-of-a-kind dress. Mortar and pestle. Yes, mortar and pestle. Oh, I remember something. I was rewatching an episode of Bewitched, and there was an episode where Sam was helping to sell her husband's boss's cabin, and it was like $6,000. And I thought, well, dang, we all want that. Literally. I would love to buy a $6,000 cottage. Just live on the edge of a forest. You don't have to defend yourself to anyone. Thank you, Rue. It's really admirable how much work you put into what you love. I thank you for saying that, because see, I'm trying. I appreciate that you see me. Escapist. The flower fabric Escapees. Escapades. See me struggling there, V? You'll love it. It's just a lovely wee bit of escapism. Oh, it was escape. I see. Thank you. I need to read all the messages to understand what's going on in the conversation, people. Sorry. Also, the sun is, like, down. It is 2:30. Why is the sun down? Is it gonna rain or something? The sun is, like, completely clouded out. Not loving that. Escapism. Thank you. Thank you, V, for the correction. Trying to read words that aren't words makes me sound them out. Anyway, what's the next topic, people? What are we gonna talk about? Help me out here. I think I'm gonna just do basic granny squares. I know that that's like an easy thing, but still. 3.31 miles total with Kira today. Wow, well done, Kira. I should find out how many kilometers, we don't do miles here because I'm in Canada, how many kilometers our walks are with Thunder. I'm imagining it's like 1 kilometer is the walk we do. It's like a 30-minute walk for a 1 kilometer. It's like around a block. I would imagine it's about a kilometer. So Thunder probably does close to 3 kilometers a day, which is crazy because he is so small and you wouldn't think that he could walk that much, but he has been doing it. No, it's me. My phone didn't want to press the M for some reason. Because technology. I just got some tea and I'm going to start a new crochet blanket. Awesome. 1, 2, and 3. 3.1 is 5 kilometers. Wow. But Kira's a big dog, isn't she? Like, so for her, that's probably a really good amount. That's a good amount of exercise still for a big dog. 5 kilometers? That's a big... Was that multiple walks or was that all at once? Because that's a lot. It's like a big hike day. That's a lot of kilometers to be walking. A husky, right. So for her, a good amount of kilometers. They're good walkers. Every time you say Kira, I think of my old dog, Kira. That's more exercise than I get. Me too, Maggie, me too. I mean, I'm getting walking exercise. I don't know if it's going to make a difference just yet because I'm eating terribly. I'm eating a lot of meals. I mean, not yesterday and today, but I mean, in general, I've been eating a lot of bread, which is not for me, and huskies need to be walked a lot, right? Because they're like walking, jogging dogs, right? Bred to walk and jog for long periods of time. I haven't gone that far with her in a long time. We went in the woods and she had a blast. That's awesome. Walking helps with mental health, though. Yeah, it does, because I can breathe big breaths outside and feel closer to a tree. Speaking of huskies, did you know pomskis exist? Because I didn't until recently. I did know pomskis exist. For those of you that don't know what those are, Pomeranian huskies. So the husky is the mom, and the Pomeranian is the dad. I don't know how they manage, but it happens, and then you get this miniature husky, it looks like. Very cute. Scrabby, that's why I did it. Seasonal depression has been bad, and even though we don't have sun today, I needed fresh air. Fresh air definitely helps. It's a bummer that all the trees are losing their color, because I think I need the color green in order to not get depressed. I think I need the color green nearby my person at all times. And now all the leaves are falling, so there's a lot less greenery around. But still, the fresh air definitely helps. Hey pals, hey Melanie, good afternoon. Dogs are land angels, they just love us. Yes, absolutely, dogs are land angels. Laura, that's literally me. Yep. Make sure to get one of those Oh, totally. That's on my list. We were actually supposed to do that already. We were supposed to have done that. Like, my therapist. She didn't ask. She didn't ask today if I had bought the lamp. But last time she told me to buy the lamp. So, sun, lamp. Underline, underline, underline. Good. First, one step at a time. This is what I keep telling myself. Got the car paid off, now the credit card, save money for a place. Yeah, so that's what Alex and I are trying to do, is just one step at a time with it, but at the same time my brain moves faster and tries to look into the future, and it can't, so it gets stressed. But yeah, one step at a time. We're gonna get our credit cards all back to zero, which the credit cards is not, I'm not, like, the amount of debt we have is not concerning to me because it's all, like, it's novel amounts of debt. It's not like we have, like, $50,000 in debt. It's like I have, like, I don't know, 6,000, I think, and Alex has somewhere in that range too. So it's not like, it's not an overwhelming amount of debt. We can pay it off. But saving money for anything, buying a house, buying a car, renting a house, whatever we're gonna do, we just have to we need a better nest egg. We were living too close to the edge. We were living on the razor's edge, and then when things shifted, we didn't have a way of making it work when the ground became uneven, you know? My stomach is just not working today. It's not processing anything. Does it hurt? That sounds awful. I don't know how they manage. Oh, yeah, well, I don't. Is someone holding up the boy? But yes, Scrappy, I am going to get one of those lamps. Whew. Luckily, there are some big windows down here, so it's not like I'm completely isolated in the dark. But still, those lamps are going to be good. Along with the vitamin D and the vitamin B12, hopefully. It hurts and I'm bloated and nauseous. Those are all awful feelings. I'm sorry that you are experiencing them. I wish you could have something that helped. Can you hold down drinks at all? Maybe crackers, right? What's easy to digest? But if your stomach's not digesting stuff, it doesn't really matter what you're going to put in, you know? In which case I would say water, because there's no processing really needed for water. Yikes. Ouch, Freedom. Sorry, that's an awful feeling. Definitely. Being bloated and having a sore stomach at the same time sucks. I hate bloating. I get super bloated if I eat raw green beans. Fun fact. Found that out this year in the summer because I was gardening and I grew green beans and I was like, I'm going to eat green beans every single day. But then it would make me bloated and I would just hurt all day. And then I would wake up and it had resolved overnight. And then I would eat green beans again that day and get bloated, and then it would resolve overnight. And it took me quite a while into the summer before I was like, oh, it's the green beans. It's the green beans that are causing bloating. Ugh, I hate that feeling. Gosh. I seriously hate anxiety. Can we just not? Could it just not? My doctor is closed on Wednesdays because reasons. So I haven't gotten my panic attack pills yet. That's a tomorrow job. I would really like those. That would make me really happy right now to have, because then I could just calm this thing right down. But I have nothing to calm it down, so I just have to experience this anxiety right now. Ew. I don't want to experience it. Do you have meds for it? No. Well, yes. I mean, I take my daily meds, obviously, but not my panic attack pills. I've been having, like, this low panic attack dread that it's like the step before I have an actual panic attack. It's been like that for, like, days of just low-level anxiety, and I've been trying to manage it, and I'm having a struggle managing it. And even my therapist said, maybe it's time to get your panic attack pills. And I was like, maybe you're right. And now that is something I'm going to do so that I don't have to feel these feelings. Because I already know, I've gone through them in my head. I understand the feelings. I'm like, thank you, body. You are trying to protect me from disaster, but I'm trying to let you know there is no real disaster. We just have to struggle and handle it. We're going to be okay. But my body still doesn't believe me. So it's in fight or flight. But I'm like, I'm sitting here crocheting. Can you not just chill? Why do you have to be acting like we're dying? Like, it feels like I'm dying on the inside. Like, literally. My theory is gastroparesis, that the stomach doesn't move stuff down further. Okay. How can you confirm your theory? Is there a test for it that you could go to a doctor for? And if that's the case, is there any, like, I don't know, steroid they can give you that will make your stomach start working again? Like, I don't know how that works, but if it's paralyzed, is it permanently paralyzed, or is it paralyzed as a result of something? You know what I mean? Like, is there a solution? I just hate when it feels like I have to take a deep breath. That's such a stressful vibe. Anyway, I'm sorry to be a negative Nelly, you guys. It's not my intention. I don't want to be bringing you guys down with my stress and with my worries, but that's what's going on in my head right now, is mostly stress and worry. But I also am aware of the fact that, again, we're in the dark tunnel. There is a light at the end of it. I'm aware of that. The problem is that I'm in the dark tunnel and I can't just sleep through this part. I can't just wake up in 6 months and have everything be behind me. I have to go through it all. Yes, you eat like radioactive oatmeal and then take images to see it moving. Lol. Radioactive oatmeal. Probably just oatmeal with like dye in it, right? Or something. Hopefully not actually a little bit radioactive. Makes me feel heard. Melanie, I'm having an anxious day too. Well, Melanie, I'm with you. I'm really sorry you're having an anxious day. I wish I could just give you a really good grounding hug, because I know that's something that would make me feel better. Oh, stop, Laura. Most people deal with the same stuff or know someone who deals with anxiety. It's okay to go through it. We understand. All right, well, thanks. But I feel like a complainer, but also I need to talk through things in order to like sort them out in my head. So sorry. I just don't want you guys to be like bummed. I'm happy to be here with you. I'm happy to chat with you and talk and hang out and share all of this stuff with you. I like doing that. So I feel good in this space, but outside of this space, I'm very like outside in the bubble that is my IRL. I'm struggling. But I do love you guys, and I really appreciate that you guys sit and listen and hang out with me while we do our crafting stuff together. It is very helpful. Maybe Alex can come give you a nice tight hug. Alex is doing his therapy right now, so he's busy, but maybe after he's done. I need to go talk to someone, but it's a lot to deal with. Oops. It's a lot to deal with, and the TMI problem I found today is probably more important. Oh, I'm sorry, Frida, that you have a TMI problem. That's annoying and stressful, but hopefully it's nothing. I hope your TMI problem is nothing major. Hi, Laura. Hi, all. Change of scenery, I see. Hey, Dave. Welcome back. Long time no see. Yep, Alex and I have moved. We've moved in with my grandpa, which is challenging, but also long-term, a net positive. My 14-year-old daughter, hugs to all who need. Well, I need, so thank you. Appreciate it. I appreciate your emoji hug. DK, my 14-year-old daughter developed anxiety after the first lockdown. She's lost so much confidence in herself, and I keep saying, fake it till you make it, and lots of hugs too. Yeah, fake it till you make it is legit a thing, and lots of hugs are legit helpful, a good thing. And that sucks. I'm sorry that she's lost confidence. That's annoying and awful. But I also understand. I googled it and it seems to be a common, not a big deal thing. Still, the fact that you have to deal with a doctor for it, I understand how it's like a big deal, because it's like a whole... Making the phone call to a doctor that something's wrong is like a whole thing. How many rows have I done? Not enough yet. V hugs. Must be windy out there. I can hear wind in the chimney. Any usual question? And usual question? Hug and usual question? Hope you're well. I hope you're all doing well. I mean, if you're not doing well, I'm glad that you're here to hang out with us while you struggle, because we might as well all struggle together. Everybody's got something going on in their life, right? So, if you're struggling, I see you. Same. But I'm glad that you're still hanging out, because that's a big thing. Like, having the energy to come hang out and chat while feeling hella anxious or depressed or stressed or sad or afraid or whatever you're feeling. That's a step. So good job. You made it out today. I showered today, so that's good. Seems like we've all been struggling lately, right? Like 2021, I'm over it. I was supposed to get married and live in my farm and have my perfect life, and everything crashed horribly. And yet, nothing was lost. So it's like there's this limbo that I'm in that it's like, yes, everything crashed, but nothing was lost. Everything is intact. That crashed. Everything ended up intact. So it's like this mishmash of feelings, loving you all, and to you. I'm having a high pain day, so I understand just feeling blech. A high pain day, that sucks. What's hurting, if you want to share? I feel a little more loved now. You should. You are very loved. To be honest, this stream helps me a lot. That makes me really, that means a lot to me, knowing that it is good for you. Like, knowing that you feel good when you come here is important to me. It stresses me out a little bit, just because then I feel like, what if I can't come in for a day? Like, is there somebody who's going to have a really rough day if they can't hang out, you know? But at the same time, knowing that it's valuable for you in whatever way it is, that matters to me. So I see you and you matter to me. And, oh, what's happening with Dave? What's tough? I'm battling unrequited love and it stings and thumps 24/6, 7 even, 24. You only get an hour off a day? The stream helps me loads. I'm glad. I think the weather is making my arthritis worse, so it's adding to it. That's why I'm just sitting here crocheting and drinking tea. Usual spinal issues and nerve damage. Ouch. I've been a big boy crying all evening. Dave, I'm sorry. Well, even if you're all puffy, you can still cry. You can keep crying here. You're welcome to keep crying while you hang out with us, and we'll just act like it's not, that you're not crying, and we'll just all hang out anyway. You can be sitting in, in whatever state you are welcome to be here. So, whatever's going on, you are welcome to be here and hang out. And just lurk in the corner. You don't have to talk if you're not in the mood. You're still welcome to hang out here. We are all struggling, though, aren't we? Yikes. Tanya, on a super great note, the blood glucose levels are all in the good. That's awesome. Plus my blood pressure. So I think my doctors are nuts and worried about something that is not an issue. Well, I would say don't give up on all the things that they've recommended for you just yet. But also, that's awesome that everything seems normal. I would say keep tracking it then, because if they seemed worried about something, probably just good to make sure. Let it out, Dave. I don't think there's a shoulder emoji for you, but you can have mine. Yes, no shoulder emoji, but you've got our shoulder. We're all here for each other, right? And that's why we have Discord, for when you aren't here. Good, I'm glad. Well, yeah, I want you guys to use the Discord more. I'm sorry that I'm only in there posting when I'm going live, but I think it's because I feel like I talk to you guys for 4 hours, so then the Discord is... I feel like it's just more for me conveying information to you and for you guys to communicate with each other, because I communicate with you during the lives, right? Like, I can go on Discord so that you can show me something during the lives, but for the most part, I don't go on there for chats because I chat with you guys while I'm here. So, yeah, if you should utilize Discord and engage with each other and post your updates and stuff, because we're all there, you know? Dave, I would have, but this is an official one. Oh, the vest that says, don't touch my dog. I don't always get to come to the streams, but it's nice to just sit and chill with people when I can, especially on a day like today. Yeah, it definitely is just nice to just chill and craft and chill. Nah, Laura, join the Discord. It'll keep it going more. Yeah, I just don't know what to say in the Discord, because I feel like I've said it all while we're here, you know? While we chat, I say all the things that are on my mind, all the things that have happened. I mean, I update some of the projects I work on there, you know, but I would if I could, DK, but one day when a suitable accommodation. What if I could? Sending extra strength Nova Scotian hugs to anyone who can use one. Nancy? You know what, Nancy? I'm actually still experiencing your hugs because I'm still working on yarn that you gave me. This yarn that I'm using for these granny squares is yarn that you gave me, so I've got fiber hugs from you, so thank you very much. Thank you for sending me this yarn. It has been very nice to me, and I'm very much enjoying using it. And thanks for the hug also. Maybe on Wednesday ask people to post what they're working on. Work in progress Wednesdays. Yeah, that's a good idea. Having like a multiple times a week, having a thing like Throwback Thursday, except not You know what I'm saying. Hey, I made it. Hey, Amanda, welcome back. Nice to see you. Scrappy, that's a great idea. I agree. I agree with that, Rue. That is a good idea to have reasons to post. We all love to see what people are making. Totally. We all love knowing what's going on in the craft sphere. I posted one of my whips under live stream. Oh, let me have a look. Ooh. What is that knitted? Oh, it's knitted. Those are rounded knitting needles. What are you making? Here is a blanket. There we go. I've been trying to finish for the past month. For some reason, I decided to niche and crochet. That's why it's a rounded needle. It's actually a hook. Why do I do this to myself? The question I ask whenever I do color work. Whips day. Yes, agreed. Nice chatting. Gotta go. Oh, bye, DK. Have a good rest of your day. Thanks for coming. Hold on. What did you say for Friday? Maker Monday. Whip Wednesday. Finished Objects Friday. Ooh. Finished Objects Friday. So there will be one post. One of you knitters will finish something. There will be a sock every Friday on the Discord. That's cool. I'm cool with doing that. I mean, I've got stuff going on the go for crafty stuff. I think that would be fun. Maybe I'll make a list of things we could do. I don't know. I just don't know how to make it like fun to participate without just like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Oh, cool. We're still on. Hey there, Oracle. Yeah, we are. We're on all the way until 5 p.m. and it's only 3 p.m. right now, so we're on for 2 more hours still. I want to make socks, but I can't find DK weight with nylon. Well, sorry. I got nothing for you. I was trying to come up with some clever thing to say, and there was nothing. My brain is just empty. My brain has like 2 separate situations running right now, like 2 programs. It's got absolutely nothing, which is like when I'm calling on I've told you guys, I imagine the innards of my brain as like a little old lady with a big filing cabinet. Like when I'm trying to recall something, she's filtering through the files. She's just not there. She's not there. So if I try to think of something like an old song or a type of flower, my brain is just fully blank. It's not like my brain doesn't even try to recall what the thing is right now. And I think it's because I'm anxious and overwhelmed. So I just living in the now, basically, because I can't think very well. My thinking is very muddled. My word recall is very muddled. It's just not ideal. It's 9 p.m. actually. I haven't been able to eat dinner yet, but chocolate cake. I regret nothing. I would regret nothing. Let's start a new little section in Discord. Daily check-in. I like that. How's everyone's mental health? That's what Alex and I do. Laura, I must ask how the nails are. You'd be so disappointed. My anxiety means they're all ripped off, and I have hangnails for days. My toes look great, though, because I haven't taken off my socks in weeks. Well, I change them, obviously, and when I shower, I take them off. But you know what I mean, like, it's sock season. It's not callus season. It's soft feet season. Let's start a new section. I like the idea of a new section. It would probably be a good idea to change some of the folder names. I can help you with that later. There are a lot of folder names at this point, aren't there? I think that's true, that we should maybe narrow them down. Oh, Laura, yeah. You know, you just gotta rip off your fingernails when you're stressed. That's what they're there for. Isn't that why we have fingernails? To rip them off? Eventually, I'll have nice nails again. I have a nail file. Haven't been using it. Instead, I've been ripping them off. Melanie, what did Melanie say that's a good idea? Oh, the new little section. Totally. Sounds good, Frida. Yeah, streamline it. Yeah, I feel like there's kind of a few things in there. Like we use the general every day. We use the live stream every day. The live stream chat room. The live stream topic. The channel. The live stream channel. We use the live stream channel on Discord every day, but we don't use a lot of them every day. So yeah, totally. Reorganization required. And also, I think we have to do a clear out of Discord. There's lots of inactive members who haven't been active for a long time, so that's something else I have to do. Just redo that. Discussion, thank you. Wouldn't filing them be a healthier release than ripping? Yeah, but ripping is not something I do consciously. Ripping them off is not a conscious thing. So yeah, I think maybe that'll be I think I could probably get that done this week. We'll see. I'm not going to promise any dates on anything because whenever I do, I fall behind. Probably Dave, but less satisfying. Yes, it's probably a better idea because it'll keep my nails healthier, but totally, it's not as satisfying as ripping off your nails. But also, I'm not doing it consciously. It's like when I'm anxious, and then I'll look down and be like, oh no, I ripped off a whole nail. Stop. You know. But yeah, so if you're on the Discord and you don't participate, I will put a note or something. I'll do an @everyone, because I didn't do that last time. But I'll do an @everyone, and if people don't reply, and there are people who've been inactive for, I don't know, 3 months, 1 month, I don't know how many months you need to be inactive. I'll Google what other people do for their Discords, and I'll do that. But then I will shave down the Discord chat a little bit. Yeah, you turd, you booted me. Yeah, well, I didn't do the booting, first of all, last time. Alex did the booting. Not that I'm blaming him. He worked on my behalf, so yes, it's my fault. I should have made clear instructions, but I didn't. But anyway, on the last time, the first thing I said to him was like, we need to organize better this. Delete anyone who isn't a patron anymore because I don't know how to organize. Anyway, so he did, and then it turned out that it was a bunch of active people who got deleted. But also he deleted like 30 inactive people. Like not even people who, like they hadn't been active, like they joined but had never been active in the Discord, so there was like 30 inactive users and then like 6 active users that got deleted. Scrappy, you were one of them. I'm an anxious picker, so I understand. Yeah, I'm an anxious fingernail picker. Like, I will give myself awful hangnails, just not even while I'm paying attention. Totally kidding, dude. Yeah, I know. I'm just clarifying those still. Well, I made it to the end of that purple ombre yarn. Back to another project to finish so I can buy more ombre tomorrow. Good job getting projects done, though. Well done to you. 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. Sorry. Paying attention to what I'm doing. 1 and 2. But yeah, so that's something that needs to get done. Maybe it'll get done this week, maybe it'll get done next week, but it will definitely get done. I might actually wait until December. I might do it as December 1st, like, because we're midway through the month, so maybe what I'll do is I'll start saying it, like, participate in the Discord, I'm going to do a big delete soon, participate in the Discord, I'm going to do a big delete soon, and then December 1st, I'll have that be the day when it goes over, rather than just a random middle of November clear out of people. But I'll do the topics. I can do that mid-November. That doesn't matter. Also, tomorrow, the November 18th, that's the date that Alex asked me to marry him. 6 years ago, Alex asked me to marry him tomorrow. Oh, I'm making an ugly sweater, slowing appliques onto pre-made sweater. Lol, that's what is everyone else making? That's a cool idea, just sewing appliques onto, instead of making the whole sweater from scratch, just making the ugly part from scratch. I like that. That sounds like a fun craft to do with friends. You could get like glitter glue, you know, glitter paint, and just make a hideous thing, but in a beautiful way. I'm still working on granny squares, and I am on my 3rd granny square, and it is 3 o'clock, and we started at 1. Oh, but that's good. It took me half an hour to make the second one. It took me an hour and a half to make the first one, so hopefully this 3rd one will move even more quickly. We'll see. Is anyone doing any Christmas projects for crochet or dye or knitting or whatever? Any specific Christmas gifts? Oh, Rue, there you go. I'm crocheting coasters during a long work meeting. Yeah, so you're making Christmas gifts. That's awesome. Share pics on Instagram. I would love for you to share pics on Instagram because I would love to see. Heck yeah, good job getting your projects done, Tanya. Absolutely. Getting through a ball of yarn, amazing. I'm procrastinating with everything I'm working on. Life. They're Christmas gifts for people. Rue, I've been doing bookbinding for some people's gifts. I posted one journal I made in our whips. Oh, cool. Let me have a look. Our whips. Oh, beautiful. What is that paper? That's cool. Well, those are lovely. What pretty books. Oh, that's so cool. I really like the cover paper of that book that you posted. Cool. I like it. Um, Bookbinding is so cool. I think bookbinding is very cool. I don't really understand it at this point, but it's on my list. Problem is, V, I have an idea for a new project at least every 8 hours. Tanya, the ADD lifestyle. It doesn't, you don't choose it, it chooses you. I found it at Joann's. I'm not sure what kind of paper it is. It almost feels like cloth. I bet it's wallpaper, right? If it's from Joann's, I guess it could be scrapbook paper, but if it's thick, like, did you buy it in by a yard or did you buy it as a sheet of paper? Either scrapbooking paper or what is it called? Wallpaper. There is wallpaper in this house in the bathroom. That is in the bathroom that's in this house. Come on, Laura. Words. In the bathroom here, there's this wallpaper that is. It's the most beautiful wallpaper. It's the most beautiful wallpaper. I think that there's an extra roll in the laundry room, which is on this level. Hold on a sec. I'm gonna go see if I can find it, and if I can, I'm gonna show you. It's the most beautiful wallpaper you've ever seen. It's been there my whole childhood. It's not peeled or anything. It's perfect still. But one second, I'm gonna grab it. If it's there, I think it's there. Too bad it's not there. I'm gonna be right back. I have to pee really bad, so just talk amongst yourselves, and I'll be back in like 1 minute. I'm back. Sorry. My favorite ad is one for Men's Body Wash with the slogan, "Men have skin too." They do indeed. Hello. I had to reload and got the best commercial ever. It was for a manscaper and it ended with, "Your balls will thank you." That's funny. Yeah, I've been getting a lot of the holiday ads are coming in now. Bye, Maggie. Have a good rest of your day and thank you for coming. Have to go nanny. Anyway, where were we? Also, for those of you that haven't yet, in case you forgot, don't forget to click like the video. Where were we though? What are we talking? What's the convo? What did I miss? Anything? Thank you. I'm hoping to make a leather-bound journal. That would be cool. Ooh, a leather-bound journal sounds interesting, I think. 1 and 2. My stomach is in knots. I don't care for it. I think I want to do just individual granny squares in solid colors. I know that that's also like the easy way out, but also I like how it looks, as opposed to doing stripes of green and red. Do you guys have an opinion about that? I think I like it this way though. Dogs needed to go potty. So did I. So there we go. Oh, also our neighborhood here is like pretty much decked out for Christmas. Like, I know Christmas decorations haven't started here yet, but they've started in the neighborhood. Like there is some, I don't know how the people in the houses sleep. There's so many lights on them. Laura, you mentioned you'll be making gifts this year. Have you decided what you're making? No, but I figured some of the tutorials that I do for December will just be gifts that I'm giving away. Like like these things. Again, look how cute this is. If you don't already know, this is a tutorial that's coming out. How cute is it? So I think I'll do this for one of my sister that lives in Ottawa, because it's so cold that it'll be nice to have something that protects the neck. So yes, this, when I do, this will be something. The baby pants obviously won't. Yes, I haven't figured it out. The answer is no. Words are hard. No, I haven't figured out what I'm going to do as gifts. Do you guys have any suggestions? What are you doing for your family members as gifts if you're doing handmade things? I think hand warmers. People like hand warmers when I make them. Oh. So I think I'll do that. Monkey wants to decorate too. Mommy isn't ready. Well, you should get ready. Christmas should be 2 months long. I like that. Then border in white. I agree. And I even got a white ball of yarn out because I wasn't sure. Oh my god, I wasn't there for the entire live stream last time and I watched parts I missed. Oh my god, I laughed so much with all of you wearing hats. Wasn't that cute? I know. I need to make Thunder a hat that fits though. That hat didn't fit right and I don't know what I need to do to make it fit right. Like to actually have it be a comfortable hat on his head. I want him to actually be able to wear it outside. Like, all jokes aside, my dog is tiny and he gets cold when it's cold. So like, even though it's ridiculous to put a hat on your dog, I want to put a hat on my dog. I told my hubby that's it. We're all going to wear matching hats or sweaters. You should do matching sweaters. My sister did that last year. They all wore knitted cream sweaters, like cream colored sweaters with like cable on them. All the family members, including the dog, had one. And it's the cutest. They used it for their Christmas card and it was the cutest thing ever. Truly. Rue, coasters and journals for some people. Made jewelry for one person, made a scarf for someone at their request. That's awesome, Rue. Also made a lot of amigurumi of people's pets for their birthdays. That's so cool. That's a cool idea, amigurumi of their pets. People love stuff that looks like their pets. My sister has multiple things that are like looking like her dogs. And totally, that's a great idea. Socks, scarf, hats, purse, dice bag. A dice bag? A dice bag? Is that for a Dungeons and Dragons person? Because that's a specific type of person, apparently, a Dungeons and Dragons person. I made 5 blankets as gifts. Jeez Louise, that's a lot. Well, I think that I will probably do... I don't know. I don't know what I'll make. I don't feel like they really need, like, hats and scarves, like winter clothing, so I don't know if crochet is going to be the best direction for me to go for them. I don't know. I guess I haven't really thought about it. Would you like a crochet thunder? I would die for a crochet thunder. I would die for one. I'll put one in front of, if it's in traffic, I'll jump into traffic for one. Anything that looks like thunder, when I draw a picture of thunder, Rue, seriously, I love it. Like, I love looking at cartoon versions of thunder. I love looking at pictures of thunder. That would be amazing. Oh, hey, what about the pressed flowers and frames? I haven't pressed any flowers, though, so I don't have flowers to press, because winter, you know. Oh, stalking amigurumi, and yes, he's a D&D person with lots of dice. Yeah, I feel like that's the only person who needs a dice bag, you know? But Rue, actually, I will make this happen for you. Let me find your business address somewhere first. It's in the description of this video, actually. It's in the description of all my videos, actually. But also, Rue, don't put yourself out and don't make it so that you're not going to be able to finish any Christmas gifts. I would love that, but at the same time, do all of the stuff you have to do, and that's more important. But also, thank you. I'm sewing some bonnets for my family members. Cool, sewing bonnets. Do you have a picture of the pattern or a finished one? I'd like to see. What do you mean by a sewing bonnet? What's a bonnet look like sewn? And who's gonna wear a sewn bonnet? Like little ones? Because babies wear anything, you know what I mean? I wish that one of my sisters could just be pregnant so that I could give them baby gifts already, but alas, it's not time for anybody yet, but I'm ready emotionally for that to happen. So next Christmas, I better be giving at least one of my sisters handmade baby things next Christmas. I've told them both that already. Maybe you won't get it in time for Christmas. That's all right, but I'm definitely going to keep it on my radar. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm still totally ignoring the existence of Christmas, and that is totally fine. You're allowed to do that. But my family doesn't do that. My family takes Christmas way too seriously, and it's because we're all anxious people who don't want to disappoint those around us. So my sisters and I are making it slightly less. Hey there, C. Miller, welcome. Nice to see you coming in, and don't forget to like the video as you come in, definitely. I definitely delayed some people's presents. I was just like, yeah, you're not getting that until later. I've done that before. Hey, I thought I was going to be done your sweater by Christmas. It's not done. I did that to Alex last year, I believe. I'm dying to make baby things for my Dim and his wife, my son and his wife, but I'm hearing crickets. Yeah, I'm dying to make baby clothes for my sisters, but it's not time yet. I can't pressure them. They have their own timelines. They aren't pressuring me, obviously. I'm living in my grandpa's basement, so they're not pressuring me. Just give them baby things, you know, hint, hint. Imagine. That would be really funny, actually, though. Yeah, but nothing sucks more than when people keep asking, hinting, or pressuring. I mean, yeah, but Scrappy, the thing is, they are both, like, it's imminent. It's not like I'm saying, we have conversations. It's not me being like, when are the babies coming? It's like, we're having conversation about it. I'm not the person who's like, are you gonna have kids now that you're married? No, that's not me. It's my sisters. It's a different conversation. So just to clarify, if someone's married, don't ask them when they're gonna have kids. They don't want you to ask them that. Stop asking. But these are my sisters, so it's a different conversation. It's less, there's a lot less pressure when we're all talking. So yes, I agree with you, but also it's slightly different. I have lots of wrapped socks with needles still in them. Very good, very good. High quality, good to go. Tanya, maybe ear holes for Thunder's hat. Ear holes for Thunder's hat. Yeah, but I don't know how to position them. That was the problem, Tanya, is that I couldn't figure out how to make the ear holes sit properly, like, and have the little round part of where his head fit his head properly. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, because I did the same thing that Scrappy had for the Chihuahua, but it didn't fit Thunder's head properly. V, posted. I mean, sleeping bonnets to protect our hair. Oh, right. I'm just thinking bonnets like Victorian because that's where my head is right now. Unfortunately, I don't have a picture. I'm following a YouTube tutorial. I'll make one and post it in the Discord. Give me a second. Oh, I thought you said I'll make one and then post it in the Discord. I'm like, right now? You're going to figure it out that fast? Okay, cool. Oh, cute. Those are pretty too. That's pretty. That'll be nice with the bow on it and everything. Are you using colorful fabric? Do you use silk for those? Because silk, hair, whatever. Ooh, I can share the one I made. What did you make? Nothing sucks. Oh, got that. I will go over and look at the spaces. What? Oh, yes, sorry, for the dog hat. Keep it together, Laura. Is it true? That is true, but as long as they understand, right? I know it sucks when people ask me, you're having another since we have trouble. Ask me, are you having another? Yeah, well, no, it's when we're talking, when it's me and my sisters talking, it is fully, everybody is excited the same way. It's not like I'm being like, where are the babies? Where are the babies? It's like we're all talking about it. So yes, I know, totally. Don't ask people when they're gonna have kids. However, when it is my sisters and we have conversations around that sort of stuff, it's not a pressured way. It's not a, like, I know when they're gonna have kids. I know when their plan is, you know? Thanks, Scrappy. I hope they like them. I think they will be. Who wouldn't? Useful things? People love getting useful things. It's the things that when they're like items that aren't useful, that's when it's not helpful to have as a gift. Anyway, though, regarding baby talk, yeah, I know my boundaries with my siblings, so I'm well within my boundaries to talk about them having future babies. Because both of them are, like, that is the intention. And also, yeah, obviously, like, if they were to have difficulty having babies, it would change the conversation, but since there isn't even attempts happening now, like, that's not something either of them are doing, it's not a negative thing. There's no pressure in it. It's not like they've been trying for 6 months and I'm saying, where are the baby? You know what I mean? It's like, it's not even in the woods yet. Anyway, yes, usually there is a silk type fabric inside, and of course I'll be using codes for fabric. I think you know me right now, Laura. Hold on. Yes, there's usually a silk type fabric, of course, and of course I will be using codes for fabrics. I think you know me right now, Laura. What am I reading incorrectly? Did I read all those words in the right order? Why are they not comprehending in my brain? Of course I will be using codes for fabrics. I think you know me right now, Laura. I don't understand. My brain didn't understand that sentence. I wish I had a sibling who wanted kids. I have a stockpile of blankets and such. Yeah, well, when baby season begins in our family, like the season of babies, I will probably lay off talking about it as much. Can't talk in text. I'm trying to say colorful. Okay, got it. Using colorful fabrics. I think you know me by now. Yes. Okay, that makes more sense. Now I understand. It's me. Yes. Donate them to teen mothers, Amanda. Totally. That's a good idea too. That's what my mom does because she likes making baby blankets. Not in the last year, but like before that she would make baby blankets and she didn't have a reason because no one in our family has babies yet. And so she would donate them. Actually, to teen mothers. There's a place in our town that has, like, my little sister and my mom used to go there and babysit the babies while the moms would take courses. So she has, like, a connection. The moms would take courses on, like, how to pay bills and how to make nutritious meals, just like things that they didn't know how to do and now they suddenly had to do because there's a baby involved. 1, 2, 3. I've never asked my boy or his wife about babies, but they seem to think that I'm always about to. I've made things for lots of the kids who I was close to when he was growing up, and hubby's coworkers when they have babies. Yeah, my mom, when her coworkers had babies, she was like ready. Like she has prepared. Like there is stored items for babies that have not yet been planned, attempted, conceived, any of the above. But at the same time, my mom was like an awesome mom, so like I get that she's like excited about that time in our lives happening. Sorry, I'm really struggling to figure out where to put the hook. There we go, got it. Sorry, it was being loopy. Yesterday I dropped off 10 containers of baby formula, hats, blankets, sets. Wow, somebody's going to be very happy to see that. I can't multitask and now I'm sweaty. The nervous sweat or the sweat from actually like working your body? The nervous sweat is the worst one. I'm just trying to do 2 things. I don't need to be sweating right now. Oh, I never thought of that. I'm sure our hospital might take it too. That's true, totally. This holiday season, I'm doing my best to really give back. Well, good for you. Not in a sarcastic way, literally. Good. I'm glad you are, because I'm definitely not. I'm definitely not giving back this year. Not like I'm not giving back. I mean, like, I'm not doing I'm not doing anything. I'm just surviving. I'm just trying to survive through this season. So I haven't looked at fostering dogs. I can't because I live not at my own house. And I don't know. I just feel like I'm pretty stuck. That's what it feels like. I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place, and I have to move through this time. So it's the nervous sweat. Very good. Very good. I see you, V. I see you, because that is a sweat I know all too well. I hope, Scrappy, by next holiday season, I will have the ability and the heart and the space and time to give back. But I'm not currently in a space where that's on my radar right now. I mean, I'll give back by giving tutorials. How about that? I feel very fortunate to have been financially okay, especially during the pandemic, and so many out there are struggling, and I want to help in some way. And that will help. Blankets, formula, hats. People need those things. And pads and tampons, if you're doing it to a shelter. 1, 2, those things are often needed. Fun fact. Have y'all heard of Project Linus? They give handmade blankets to kids in need. Also, Guardian and Litums take them for displaced kids. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. I've not heard of Project Linus. But handmade blankets are an awesome thing to have, and they should be with every kid should have one. Every kid should have a handmade blanket. So I like that project. I guess I could donate my baby pants, since there's no baby who needs them. I'm not donating my baby pants. I'm keeping them until there are babies to wear them. Babies to wear pants. Golly. I have, but I have no idea how to get in touch. Probably Facebook or Google, but I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I think I'm moving faster through this one, right? We're doing all right. Linus, as in Linus. Okay, sorry. Project Linus. I get it, because he always had a blanket. I don't know why. I read it like Linux, like the computer thing. So I read Linus. I understand now. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying for me. I donate money for menstrual products for one woman who, for whatever reason, can't afford them in my city every month. That's awesome. That's good. That's very good. That was a weird sentence. Nope, I understood, Frida. It made perfect sense. Words are hard. Sentence structure is difficult. It is a weird... I donate money for menstrual products for one woman who, for whatever reason, can't afford them in my city every month. No, that was a perfect sentence. You even used the commas properly. Just a weird sentence. I understand now. You meant weird, not incorrectly written. Words. My brain is seriously so flighty today. I'm like in a cloud. I literally feel like I'm walking through a cloud to just handle my thoughts today. They just keep like spiraling off into nothing. And I'm like, come on back, come on back. Come on back, here we are. You know, like when you're gonna cry and you have a lump in your throat? I have that lump in my throat with no other symptoms of gonna cry symptoms. No other feelings like I'm gonna cry. Just the lump in my throat. I have a lump in my throat and my chest is beating like I'm in trouble and like I'm running. Gosh, I wouldn't wish this on anybody. This is not a great feeling. It's frustrating because my brain is confident and fine. I'm comfortable, and yet my body is completely uncomfortable right now. We have people who come to Joann's and buy boatloads of flannel to make sanitary pads for the girls in need. I always thought that was super nice. That is really nice. I want to get reusable pads. I still haven't done that. I haven't done a lot of things that I want to do, and I'm going to get them done eventually. It's just I'm not there yet, obviously. Also, we had 2 extra vaccines from me and Ola when we took our 2nd dose for people in need. You had to pay for them in Sweden? Or you just paid for 2 extra, like, aside from that, they're free here, the vaccines. I understand if it's just like you donated for 2 additional vaccines, I understand that concept, but did you also have to pay for yours? Laura, you need panic pills, but for now, take 3, not 1, 2, 3 really deep breaths. Okay. That actually does help. I do feel a little bit better. Thank you, Frida. I'm actually a little dizzy from those deep breaths, though. No, I paid for 2 aside from that. They were free here. Okay, cool. Hi, Laura. Hi, Melissa. Yes, I do need my panic pills. Like, for real, lorazepam is a necessary part of my life right now, and yet I do not have any because I have not needed them in a very long time, and so I don't have any on hand because I didn't keep any on hand because I didn't think about it. Anyway, I've had a challenge comprehending stuff at placement today too. It's just that kind of day. I have some and love them. I have some and love them. It's just that kind of day. I have some and love them. I can't, that doesn't make sense to me. That sentence it's not making sense in my head. Good work, Laura. Thank you for that. And thank you for the suggestion to do that. It's important. See, I've been out of sorts for a couple days myself. Took me 3 days to bake an apple pie. I am glad that you managed to bake an apple pie. Are you enjoying that apple pie? Hold on. Reusable pads. Thanks, C. Yeah, totally. Yeah, I want to get reusable pads. I feel like those are cool, and I also want to get a menstrual cup because I want to try it. I haven't used one yet, and I want to try it. But reusable pads also. Reusable pads, I have some. Sorry, 2 thoughts. I can't have 2 thoughts. My brain already had no idea what you were talking about. So, shows you where I'm at mentally. But it's gonna be okay. We're gonna make it through this, you guys. That you wash in the washing machine I switched years ago. Yeah, no, she was clarifying that what I didn't understand. A cup is the best. Yeah, are they good? I have no fear of different things. Like, I know some people are uncomfortable with the idea of putting like a cup inside to collect it, but I don't have that feeling, so I'm feeling like it'll be a comfortable thing. I want to switch to a cup, but I think I'd struggle with it. See, some people would struggle with it. I don't think I would struggle with it at all because I used to, for birth control, I used to use the Nuva ring, which is like a silicone ring that you have to keep inside of your body all the time, and you can take it out if you're gonna have sex or something, but like you're supposed to leave it in most of the time, and that required really getting to know all the things about my vulva, basically. So now that I know all of those things, I have no fear when it comes to anything to do with that whole nether region. So I think that a cup would be just fine for me. I have 2 now. Ew, Millicent ate one. Of course she did. A chew toy that smells like mom. That smells like mom's underwear. Yeah. Well done, Millicent. But yeah, cloth pads and, or the underwear that work, you know, something like that. I just want to get away from the pads that are garbage. I'm so old that when I first started, pads had to be held in place with belts. I remember the advancement of adhesive pads. Held in place with belts. That's a while ago. But I'm glad you got to live all the way to the point where there are reusable pads and comfy adhesive ones. I would be uncomfortable as my friends got stuck and she had to go to the hospital. Lol. That's... How would it get stuck? TMI, if you have to get your cervix so feel around in there to get the lay of the land. Yeah, that's what I mean. I have the lay of the land already because of the birth control. The Nuva ring required it sits around your cervix. That's where it sits. So yeah, you get the lay of the land. Frida, that's such a funny way to put it, but totally. Get the lay of the land, and then you'll be just fine. And then I feel that I already have a lay of the land, so I think I should be okay. Makes me laugh. The cup is a no for me. I also have a friend that got their stuck and had to go to the ER. How? Stuck to what? Stuck how? I don't understand how it could get stuck. It's not like it's like how far it's not going anywhere. Like, did it suction cup on to the cervix? Then I could see that being a little bit of an issue. But how would it suction cup on? Because you're literally bleeding. I wanted to switch to period panties. I would love to switch to period panties also. Those sound great too. I pretty much just want to stop using pads and tampons, that's all. I just don't want to have all that plastic for something that's going to happen for several years. And by that I mean, yeah, you understood. That was a clear sentence, sorry. Yeah, I would like to switch to period panties too. I don't love that they're like $40 a pair. And I think that's been the thing that's made me not buy any, because I'm like, $40 for a pair of underwear? I mean, I know they're going to last a long time and like work as a period panty, but still. It's like those cool tights. I was like, what, how, and why? But I also didn't want to know. I want to know, but don't tell me, because I don't want to know. No thanks. Thanks, but no thanks. Well, I don't think I would have that issue. And if I did, I live in Canada, so it wouldn't cost me anything to have the doctor take it out. But I don't think that would be an issue for me. Sew your own. I sew mine. It's nice, so nice with fabric against the skin. Yeah, I bet. As opposed to like that medical, whatever pads are made of. Medical plastic cotton. It's like weird. I think, yeah, it was suctioned and uterus shifted so it was farther in. I'm not certain. I bought 10 pads for like $30. That's awesome. Where did you buy them? At like a handmade market or something? Etsy? I guess I could do that. Yeah, the period panties, whenever I like click on a link on like Instagram, they're like $37, $36 is like the price I always see. And I'm always like, that's a lot for a pair of underwear. No, thank you. Plastic. Yeah, totally. Medical plastic cotton. Not cute. Not what I want. I also think she panicked once she couldn't get it out right away. Yeah, that makes sense. I've had a friend who did that with a tampon. Panicked. And I was like, bro, if it's stuck, instead of pulling on it, get it wet. Go sit in a bathtub. The tampon will absorb water, and then you can pull it out. Can confirm, Frida's video taught me how to sew them. Really? You can for sure make your own. Period panties or reusable pads? Because I'm down to make reusable pads. I don't think I'm down to make period panties because I wouldn't trust my own sewing. But the pads, that's a great idea. Frida, you have a video for it? I feel like I should know that, and yet my brain doesn't have that in its memory bank right now. But cool, yeah, I'll check that out. Not going to do it now because I'm not taking my sewing machine out now, but I like the idea, and I'm down for it because I would way rather do that, make them my own. Totally. Yay, I did a video about that. Good, I'm glad your brain doesn't work either, Frida. You did, the pads. Very good. Amazon, unfortunately, but yeah, check Etsy. There you go. Precious Star pads have cheap ones. Cool. But yeah, for those of you who have vaginas, if you put tampons in there and then they get stuck, just get the tampon wet. If it's wet, it won't stick to anything. So just add water. Just add water. I'm down to make both. Well, I'm down to make the pads once I have access to my sewing machine and regular use of my sewing machine again. I just got a new sewing machine too. Librarian is at lunch, lol, no recall for a bit. No recall for a bit, leave me alone. I'm on lunch now. What time is it where you're at, Amanda? It is 3:45 here. The sun is literally like down. It's dark out. I'm kind of surprised by how dark it actually is though. I mean, I guess, you know what it is though? I'm just not comfortable making underwear, like any type of panties. Hate the word panties. I'm not comfortable making any kind of underwear because I can never be sure that I'm going to sew well enough to make it fit. It's just not something, I feel like it would make me so angry to spend the time to sew a pair of underwear and then put it on and have it be like something I can't even wear because I didn't do a good job. Also, never panic because it doesn't have anywhere to go. Yes. Exactly. It's not going in farther. There's only so much it can do. Sorry about the audio. Did that even turn off? Sorry. Almost 4. I'm in Ontario too. I was just being silly. Oh, okay. Sorry. Lol. Oh, right. You're in Ontario too. Where are you in Ontario, Amanda? Like generally, not, you don't have to be specific, but generally, where are you? And how come I don't know that? Undies. That's what I call them in real life, V. Undies. My undies. My underwear. No, undies is the more used. Totally. No pad video. Underwear, though. Oh, you don't have a pad video? Well then, what was Melanie watching? Maybe she watched your underwear video and then it, you know, like the video after yours was a video for underwear and then, or for pads, and then she watched that one. Ontario here too. Hey there, Brayden. Well, welcome. Where in Ontario are you at? And nice to see you in the chat. I'm guessing that you've been lurking in the background, and that's totally cool. Nice to see you. Glad that you joined the chat today. Welcome. I like knickers, but trousseau in Swedish. That's a pretty word. Amanda, just west of Kingston. West is the Kawarthas? Is that what's west of Kingston? The Kawarthas? I feel like that's that way, isn't it? Anyway, near Kingston. Oh, cool. I'm making your jumper pattern. I literally watch your videos every day. Really? Well, Brayden, that makes me feel feelings. Thank you. Aw, that makes me feel really happy. I'm glad you watch my videos, and I'm glad you like them. And I'm glad you decided to join the chat today. East of Kingston and west of Kingston. If you're east of Kingston, that would make you Petawawa? Belleville? What's east of Kingston? I mean, water technically is east of Kingston, but that area? Must have been the undies. I ended up using them to make period undies. Cool. Not quite that far, lol. Belleville, Quinte area. That's west of Kingston? Belleville's first on the way to Ottawa? Because we drive to Ottawa. Alex and I used to live in Ottawa. Oh, you're Brockville. Okay. Well, Alex and I used to live in Ottawa, so we drive that highway to and from. Alex's whole family's in Ottawa, so I know the highway. I know the towns in the highway. I know Brockville. I had a friend who lived in Brockville when I was in university. Isn't a calzone a pizza? Spanish, it's calzones, but slang is chonies, but we made it more slang and say chones. Very good. Hey there, Hummingbird. Welcome, welcome. Cool. I'm glad to have some more Ontarians in here. People can relate to my temperature struggles now. And also the time and the darkness. Welcome to the darkness that is Ontario in the winter, right? Anyway, cool. Brockville. Love that. Not a lot going on there. You blink and you pass it, but that's fine. Yes, Belleville's about 1 hour west of Kingston. What do I know? Obviously, not a whole lot. It's not pronounced like the Italian word. Oh, okay. Lol. Calzones! My pair of calzones. My pair of pizza undies. I feel like I never remember which comes first, Belleville or Kingston. So when I hit Belleville, I'm like, did we pass Kingston yet? When we're driving to Ottawa, you know. Calzone, it would be funny if that was what your period undies were. My pizza undies. I'm gonna start calling them that now, though. You should. Make it a trend. Make fetch happen. Sounds hot and slimy. Ew, Frida. So accurate. Lol. The word slimy is just a word that makes you think things, isn't it? Slimy. Blech. But I'm not wrong. I'm trying not to spit out my tea. Good. I'm glad you got it. I'm glad you got the lol. What am I gonna have for dinner tonight? Speaking of pizza, what's for dinner? Maybe we'll have pizza, actually. Alex would be down, I know that. I'd be down for Pizza Hut. You guys are silly people. Very silly people. How is it only 3:52 and it's straight up dark though? It's not even December yet and I don't care for it at all. Ugh. I read an article that was talking about streamers and I thought it was so funny. Streamers like people like me who do streams, not streamers like decorations at birthday parties. And it was talking about how the top 1% of streamers makes 99% of the revenue on YouTube and Twitch. So, like, most streamers are not making tons of money, obviously. But then it was also talking about, like, they were interviewing small content creators and streaming people. And they were talking about, like, what the problems of being a streamer are. And they were saying, like, well, back pain and isolation and the need to perform. And I was like, lol, my job has, what are they called? I have job hazards. My back. I have a job hazard. My job is dangerous. It made me laugh reading it because it was like, it made me feel like rolling my eyes like, okay, yeah, the job is hard. But at the same time, it made me feel seen because I was like, I do have back pain from just sitting and chatting. But also, LOL, that is like, they were saying there are job hazards. And I was just like, everyone who is streaming is like in their home doing something that they like to do. Made me laugh. I thought it was funny. Monkey isn't even home yet and it's dark, right? School's not even out. That means they were in school all sunlight. In the winter, kids are in school for the entire sunlight. They go into school at 7 something, 8 something before the sun is all the way up, and they get out of school at 3, 4 o'clock when the sun is already down. It's just not fair. I feel for you about winter. I'm a former Minnesotan, now retired in Baja California. Nice. Nice. Baja California, Mexico? Baja California, Mexico? Is Baja California a location in Mexico? Is MX Mexico, by the way? I guess I should have clarified. Mexico has a place called California? That's funny. I mean, we have that a ton in Ontario. Tons of places that are just named after places that already exist in the UK. There's a place in Mexico called Baja California. That's funny. I think I'm a rare bird who loves the winter. You are a rare bird. If you love winter, you're a very rare bird. Just below California. That's interesting. Cool. And also, good idea. Going to from Minnesota to Mexico to retire. I think that was a great idea. Well, California was Mexico. Yeah, but I didn't know the name California was Mexican? Like Ottawa is an indigenous word that we just kept, right? Or Mississauga here. So is California like that? That would be interesting. Probably not. This sounds very not Spanish, California. But cool. Good idea to retire somewhere warm. That was a smart idea. You still with us, Candace? How is your pain today? Now doing? Better or worse than at the beginning of the stream? And if you're not able to type, that's totally okay. I hope you feel better. Baja California means below Mexico. Huh. Mississauga is where the Swedes went. Really? Oh, Baja California means below California, you mean? Like Baja is below? Well, then is Baja Blast below Blast? You know, the Baja Blast taste. Oh, I think I went too far. Oh, I went a whole row too far. That's annoying. I mean, below California. Yes. I figured out the sentence, Hummingbird. It just took me a minute, that's all. Words are hard, as we all know. Look at me. Sorry, I've been lurking. I've been getting trashy I've been getting trash ready for the dump. I thought you said I've been getting trashy ready for the dump. Like, do you get trashy to go to the dump? Get trash ready for the dump. Cool. Well, good. It's garbage night here tonight, so Alex has to take the trash out. Yep, New York, Chicago, and out west in the forests. Well, that's interesting. I guess Mississauga has Swedish people. Who knew? We have a lot of Dutch people in southern Ontario, but I didn't know we had a lot of Swedish people. Where's the other red one? Oh, it fell. Baja means lower. Got it. I have 3 granny squares in 3 hours. That's a pretty good, well, just drop me off at the dump, please, right? Like, I am trash. Just drop me off. Lol. Mmm. Chocolate covered almonds are very good. Highly recommend. Okay, I'm back. A fourth of Sweden emigrated, so there's probably a lot of names from Sweden around. Interesting. I didn't know that. Why? Was there like a bad thing that happened in Sweden that people wanted to leave because of? Like the Great Depression? Lol, 2021 is the Great Depression. As in everybody got depressed, not as in money. Although, 2022, who knows what'll happen. A fourth of Sweden, that's a lot of the population to be leaving. Does Sweden have an official religion? Like, I think Canada is Christian? Like, I feel like, I don't know what the one in Sweden would be. Need to add chocolate covered almonds to the grocery list. That is a fact. You definitely do need to add chocolate covered almonds, because now it's holiday season, which means chocolate should be on the grocery list as often as is manageable. Chocolate is an important food group when it is holiday season, in my personal opinion. I don't want to go grocery shopping after work. I stay after work because Alex is also working, so we have the after work time. And tonight we're supposed to go get groceries. Oh, I don't want to. I just want to curl up in my bed and pretend that I don't exist. Do you ever feel that way? Is it just me? That's not an option, though. I have to go get milk and mini wheats and cashew milk or oat milk. Oh. Yes, it was 2 horrible starvation years. Then it was a protest as poor people were treated very badly and it made a difference. Lots of things were changed. Oh, cool! You mean the people stood up for what they wanted and the government listened? That sounds like a myth. I'm joking, obviously. 1, 2, 3. About 1840 to 1860, a million Swedes moved. Wow. A million Sweden moved. That's a lot of people to move in a short amount of time. So that's cool. Not just you, hun, have had those days. You know. Life. I often wonder why my ancestors stayed. Well, did they already have property and land? Maybe they grew their own food and they were able to provide food for their family, or maybe they were in a tight-knit community where everybody helped each other out and they weren't hit as hard by the starvation years, maybe. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know how people survive in northern here. I don't know how people decided, like, let's go Let's go live in Canada. It's really cold in the winters. Let's just figure it out. Literally, without electricity, I don't know how that would have worked. It's so cold and dark in the winters here. It would have been so depressing with just candlelight and freezing. No. Okay, I've sat far longer than I should have, but thank you, Laura and Chat, for keeping me company while I've been in pain. I appreciate all of you. I hope everyone has a good rest of your day. Scrappy, you too. Thank you for coming, and I hope that your pain wanes, waxes, whatever. I hope your pain dissipates soon. But yeah, thanks for coming, and thanks for chatting today. It was a nice chat. Wow, this is attractive. This looks like a huge amount of belly. It's not an insignificant amount, but there, let's try sitting up a little straighter. Okay, well, my grandfather's father had 10 kids and came back. I mean, did he bring the kids back? Or he just left the 10 kids and then went back to Sweden? Did he start another family in Sweden? Or did he bring back the family? You've only given me more questions, Frida. But yes, don't work too hard, Scrappy, for the rest of your day, and have a good rest of your day. And that goes to anyone who is or has headed out if they're coming back and seeing later. I hope you have a good day. Words are hard. It's like my lungs don't have enough space for the amount of air that I need to put into my lungs. That's what it feels like. Like my lungs have shrunk. Oh my god, is that a chicken on your dress? It's a whole lot of chickens on my dress. I'll stand up so you can see it, because it's really cute. V sent me this fabric, and I made it into a dress. Look, it's roosters. And flowers on the sides. Nice flowers. Cute little roosters. Cute little flowers. That's very cute. I like it. Nope, the kids died. They were adults. Yes, he started another family here and had my grandfather and a sister and died blind and destitute. My aunt says he was a real bastard. I mean, if he left 10 kids, I can't say that he would have been a great guy, but good to know that's good to know that you have an aunt that can vouch against him, I guess. Vouch for him. Like, you can know that about him. That's kind of cool, though. That you get to know that about him, because that was a long time ago. It's cool to have information about previous generations. But 10 kids left behind, it's a bad look, dude. You can't even be like, I didn't know. Oh my god, I need to make one for my aunt. She's a crazy chicken lady. I was a crazy chicken lady. I would still like to consider myself a crazy chicken lady, but I don't have any chickens right now. My mommy has all my chickens. My dad too, but my mom is the one who loves them. So you do need to do it. V, did you say the fabric is from Joann's? I feel like V said the fabric is from Joann's at some point, but this dress is one of my favorites because of the pattern. My rosemary is flowering? What? At this time of year? Really? That's cool, Mary Grace. I feel like that's way earlier in the summer for me when rosemary flowers. And even if it flowers, it's like little purple flowers, am I right? And then his then wife died apparently, and his kids were adults and he wanted to go home. Oh, okay. That's less bad. It's less bad than the way that I had interpreted it. Yes, I know where he lived. My grandma took care of her 3 kids and him until he died. Wow. Okay, so there was more information that I missed. The kids were grown up, and he left. But did they ever come visit him, or did he ever go visit them, or was that it? Bye, we're out. Never gonna see you or talk again. Still though, 10 kids. And yeah, it's a light purple. Cool. Okay, then I do know what the flowers look like. Yeah, mine do that in like July. Interesting that yours are doing it inside now. That's kind of cool, though. My father's sisters are strong women, as was my grandmother. Obviously. They live in Sweden. You have to be a strong woman to live in Sweden. Because on account of the lack of sunlight, I think you require extra strength just to survive the Swedish winters. Much like the Canadian winters, Swedes must be strong. Canadians must be strong, just to handle the darkness that comes to eat our souls for 4 months of the year, every year. Not to be conceited, but I'm kind of obsessed with how healthy my hair looks today. It's so shiny, and I didn't put, there's nothing in it. I didn't put any oil or anything. I didn't put any, like normally I put stuff in my hair, but I didn't today because I had already brushed it when it was wet, which meant that my curls weren't going to be happening anyway, so I gave up on it. But it's so shiny. I'm into it. Extra strength women, lol, yeah. Looks so good, Laura. Thank you, Mary Grace. No, I don't think so. They got a letter when one of my grandfather's brothers died, so some contact. Okay, so they know they exist. The existence is known. It's not like unknown, which is the opposite of known, in case you were wondering. My brain is not functioning properly. If I haven't said it enough times, I'm just gonna remind you, my brain not functioning. Love the color. Oh, thank you. Well, I grew it myself. This is my natural hair color, which I have not had in many, many years, but also, you like the color of my hair? I always thought it was very mousy brown, except for this random piece that's lighter. This one piece. Not bleached, nothing, just one lighter piece that exists there. My family is definitely a matriarchy, which is the best type of archy, if I do say so myself. Strong women who say that what they mean and don't take any shit. Again, the best kind of women, in my personal opinion. Check the website, just in case, Mary Grace. Oh, for the chicken fabric. Yes. Maybe there will be some left somewhere. It is pretty though, isn't it? Although there are new chicken fabrics available. Not this exact chicken fabric, but there are for sure additional chicken fabrics available. Because I went to Len's Mill Store, which is like I don't even know what you would call the kind of store that it is. It's like, I guess like a warehouse depot excess thing. I don't know what it's called, what is there, but you can get yarn and fabric there as well. And the fabric was, lots of chicken fabric was available the last time I went, different kinds. I wasn't the one asking about the chicken fabric. Oh, sorry. Lol, my bad. But you apparently have to have some special permission to do genealogy in a different country, so we don't know. Oh, true. Right, you can't just like do the 23andMe or whatever and have them come up. They wouldn't show, though? The Canadians and Americans in your... I bet you there's a bunch of people. If there were 10 kids, that's a bunch of... If each kid had 2 kids, you know what I mean? It's a lot of kids, is what I'm saying. I am a Granny Square master now. Did you notice that I'm a Granny Square master? Because I'm a Granny Square master. With hella anxiety. Like, so bad. It's so not great. By the way, don't forget to like the video. If you haven't clicked the like button, please do that. Because I have anxiety and I would really appreciate it. That's the reason that you should like the video. Due to my anxiety, you should take a second. If you're just watching this after the fact and it's like 2 days later from when the live stream happened and you're just listening to this as background music, you should take a second from whatever you're drawing, whatever you're writing down, whatever you're crocheting, just click that like button. Then you can go back to whatever you're doing. Please and thank you. I don't know, Ola's mom does genealogy, so we were going from that info. Oh, cool. How's Thunder Baby been today? Exhausted, because he's gone on 2 walks already today. So he's good, but he's tired, and he was happy because it's warm out today. Because the other day, yesterday and the day before, it was so cold, like I wanted to be wearing mittens. It was pretty cold. But now, it was so warm today, I didn't even need to wear a hat, so Thunder was pretty happy about that. He wasn't happy to meet the neighborhood dogs, though. He was very, very loud. When he met the neighborhood dogs today. He met the same dog yesterday and did the same freak out. I said to the owner, I was like, hopefully eventually he'll chill out when he sees them, but this dog was just like lying on its lawn, chilling, being a friendly little old husky girl. Husky, like, husky lab or husky something, you know what I mean? Husky something. Ugh, you're in full winter clothing, not fun. Yeah, well, that one benefit of having a very warm house, I'm pretty comfortable in not a lot of clothing. I mean, weird for this time of year, because to go outside, it's like, I have to get way more bundled up than you'd think, like, for how not bundled up I am inside. It was chilly today, I had to wear a sweatshirt and a hat. I passed one of my neighbors and we said hello. Social, you did social time, well done. Being social is hard, so good for you. I also said hello to a neighbor, and I apologized to 2 other neighbors because of how thunder was being. We haven't gotten snow yet, and I'm surprised. Here, we're not going to have snow stick to the ground until November 25th. It's like the 25th is when we usually get the snow sticking to the ground. So I don't expect any real snow until then, but we've had a couple of days where there have been like a little bit of flurries. He was running, so I didn't want to make him stop. Just a quick hello. Hey, still, you did social time. You're good. You did a good job. Oh, my back is just like needs to crack. Hey there, Jay. G'day, Laura, and the lovely LML lovelies. Hope you're well and content. Lovely to catch you live. 8:15 a.m. Oh, well, lovely. Yeah, usually when you come, it's just before bedtime, huh? So, nice to see you. Welcome to an early morning live stream for you. So really, you are here for the LML morning show. Everybody else is here for the LML afternoon show. But welcome, Jay. Nice to see you. I am working on some granny squares because I'm going to do a granny square project for a Christmas tutorial, but I don't need to show myself making all of the granny squares. I just have to show myself making a couple of the granny squares. You've been going for 3 hours. What are you making? Yes, I do 4 hours a day now. On Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm doing 4 hours a day. And I'm making granny squares for stocking, a Christmas stocking. Most years we get snow sticking right around Halloween. Wow. That's a little too early for me. Thank you, but no thank you. Another cloudy day. Social time. You did well. I agree. You made eye contact with another human being who doesn't live in your house. Therefore, you'd win. You win for today. Well done. Social is hard, and I only have 4 neighbors. 50% old, talkative men. You only have 4 neighbors. There are only 4. I guess I only had 4 neighbors at my old place. Here, I have neighbors everywhere. How'd the move go? It was stressful, and it's still stressful. And I'm a little overwhelmed, but I have a safe place to call home for now, and I have some time to make the next plan. So everything is okay, but I'm a little overwhelmed, if I'm honest. It's gonna be okay, but also it's hard. Be right back, gotta get monkey. Sounds good, Amanda. My brain tried to mix the word Amanda and Hobbs in my head, and then I stuttered, so that's what happened. But yeah, things are okay. It was good. The move went smoothly. Like, we got all of our stuff here in the one day, and we went and cleaned up the house the next day. The landlord was happy. When we gave the keys back, she, like, texted and asked a few questions about the house, but she seemed happy with the way that we gave it back to them, so that made me feel good, because obviously I was anxious about that. But yeah, I'm just mostly anxious, is all. My street is mostly family. One street over is all adults, but they're nice. They all have animals. Chickens, ghosts, etc. That's cool. Your street is mostly your family? Like, who in your family lives on your street? That's cool. Like, aunts and uncles and cousins and stuff? That's pretty cool. I only said hello to a squirrel, some chickens, and 2 horses today. I think the 2 horses and the chickens count. I don't think the squirrel counts. Because the horses and the chickens understood you. Because people talk to farm animals. Whereas the squirrels would have only seen you as a threat and a predator, so your hello probably didn't matter to them. But the horses and the chickens, I would count that as social. That's pretty cool, Mary Grace, to have your family living that close by. Except, as long as you have different, like, doors where they're locked, so that they can't just come over all the time, whenever. Because, I mean, unless you have that kind of relationship with your family, but I don't want that. I don't want people to just walk in my house. But it is nice to be able to be like, let's have family dinners. My family in Nova Scotia does that. They all live on the same street area, so they get together like many times a week and eat together because they're already just down the street from each other. I think it's pretty cool. Millicent chased it up a tree, so I apologized. Well, it probably didn't understand your apology. It probably thought you were yelling at it like a dog would. I'm sorry, Mr. Squirrel. It wasn't intentional. Millicent just wants to play with you. Lol. Millicent. Such a cute puppy. When does she get her next haircut? I need a haircut. I don't want shorter hair, but I need a haircut because my hair is a mullet and I would like for them to even it out so that it's like not a mullet anymore. My social circle includes 2 horses, 8 cats, 3 dogs, and most recently, an armadillo. That's cool, an armadillo. What's the armadillo's name, if it has a name? And if it doesn't have a name? What are you doing? Why does it not have a name? But if it does have a name, I'd like to know its name, please. I'd actually like to know the horses' names, too. I'd actually like to know all of the animals' names. If you guys are in the mood, I would love for you to share with me what your pets are and what their names are. Okay, wait. Pet, type of pet, name. No, that would be pet and name. Okay, so like dog, name, cat, name. I would like those informations, please. Oh, that's what I meant. Dog, husky, name. Like dog, type of animal, type of animal, and name. If you could, I would appreciate that. That would be great. I've just grown out my hair and just got my mullet cut off. See, I have not done anything with my mullet just yet, but I will eventually. And then I will have a regular haircut. Cat. Joris. I like Joris. Joris is a good name. And 3. Frida, how are you? Hope you're doing well. We're having the most glorious spring weather. Do you hear the wind? That's wind. It's so beautiful. Spring bulbs have mostly finished and the early summer shrubs are starting to flower. I wish it was spring here. But it's winter here. But I'm glad that you had spring bulbs. When you say spring bulbs, is that like tulips and daffodils still there? And cool. I just spent 3 hours correcting a mistake, sounds stressful, in my knitted sweater. The mistake was 10 rows down in a piece of the cable pattern that was 12 stitches wide. Very stressful, but I did it. Well done. Congratulations on not losing your mind. Thank you, Alex. My plants are in windows. I'm in the basement, Jay. So there is not a lot of light down here. I have a few plants. I have like an alocasia, some terrariums, and I have a terrarium. The light that you see coming down here is actually a grow light, so I have a terrarium under there, and I have a peace lily up high, and I have some plants in this window, but for the most part my plants are all in other windows that have more light. Okay, let's go through these pets now. Chickens, 1, Marcia. Chicken 2, Erna. Chicken 3, Laura. I love all of those names. Marcia, 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 and Laura. Great name for a chicken. Dogs, all very special mutts. Chico, Sophie, and Penny. I love the name Penny for a dog. I also love the name Chico for a dog. I've met many Chicos, and all of them were lovely. And yes, I'm a good Dutch girl. Okay, good. You got your bulbs. Melanie, 2 short-haired cats. Mildred, love Mildred. A tabby with white. 2 short-haired cats. Mildred, a tabby with white, and Arthur, a tabby. Oh, I like that. Arthur is my favorite. I love that name. Snails. Pepper, Lemon, Gus, Aracia, Butternut, Cherry, Hazel, and Lacey. That makes me smile. What's a grove snail? Let me check what that is. And I'll tell you if that's the kind that we have here. I still have snails going here. Like, there are still snails. Like, a lot. So, just for your information. Grove snail. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, yeah, that's the kind that are here. The grove snail. Just the basic snail. Your everyday average snail. I have a Belgian friend whose surname is Joris. Joris. I like that name. I have Thunder and Peekaboo at this point. A cat and a dog. A gray fat kitty and a little chihuahua. Replace Gus with Elm. Was that a spelling error? Or did you change Gus's name just now? Chihuahua, Cheeky, Australian cattle dog, Pit Mix, Sophie, a tabby, indoor Alley, and a tabby, outdoor Mister. I like Mister. I think names like Sweetie, Honey, Mister, names where it's like something you could call someone as a pet name. Oh, I missed your horses. Sorry, Frida. What are your horses' names? My neighbors, but on my land. Amanda and Bessie. Why is Amanda a name people use for pets ever? We had a dog that we fostered named Amanda. That is such a human name. It feels so weird to use it on an animal to me. But that being said, I have, like, my parents' dogs are named Dave and Phil, so, like, I'm not one to talk. Another Dutchie, me too. Not girl, though. And Millicent, oh, right, Millicent, the service dog. Cheeky the Chihuahua, makes sense. They are a cheeky little breed, aren't they? I haven't eaten in years. Gus recently passed away and Elm is new. Oh, well, sorry for your loss with Gus, but also welcome to the family, Elm. I have water snails that are not named, but I have many water snails now because I went and got more duckweed, and it turns out there were water snails in the duckweed because I wanted them to have more duckweed for when we moved. I just hear Amanda. Yes, that is also something that I hear. But yeah, I have water snails and I have one land snail, but it lives in an aquarium. It lives on the dry parts of the aquarium, but it lives in the aquarium with the wet snails. Sorry, my brother called. I'm apparently very popular today. Congratulations, very good. My dad's cousin is selling his house, so we'll have new neighbors. Ooh, how are they going to fit into the family community? Ooh, C. Miller, cats from a feral colony we've trapped and neutered. Ready. Joker, Gidget, sister wife. Chop Suey and Calvin. He's not yet trapped and neutered. Also, Bobo, Mustache, Felix, and Josie. Crap, 9 cats! Geez, do you feed all 9 of those cats? They're outdoor cats still, like trapped and neutered? So do you take care of a colony then, see? That is a very noble thing to do, because cats are not outdoor animals, and when they become feral, they're still not animals that are built to be outside in the cold and the winter, and they kill songbirds, so good to get them trapped and neutered. The armadillo has made a den under our house. I'm thinking Pinky. I like Pinky. I think that's a cute name. Pinky in the brain. Very cute. Hold on. Tanya, blue-headed... Oh, you have a blue-headed Amazon parrot? Wow, that's cool. Does he make any words? What's a blue-headed Amazon parrot look like? Am I thinking of the right bird? You know when you hear a word and your brain gives you a picture? Blue-head Amazon parrot. Oh, those ones use words, totally. The turquoise-fronted Amazon, also called the blue-fronted Amazon, the blue-fronted parrot, is a species of Amazon parrot. Very cool. So cute. Does he talk? I want to be a bird person, because if I can't have chickens right now, I said that to Alex, we're gonna have to like put a block on me getting new pets, because I bet you the minute we move out of here, I'm gonna be like, we should just get a bird. You know? I loved our chickens so much. I love our chickens so much, and I want them back, but I can't have them right now, so. 1 and 2. But I would like a parrot. I understand they're loud, and I'm totally fine with that, because I'm home all day. So I would just hang out with it all day. Tanya, I had a yellow-crowned Amazon, Hugin. He got rehomed a love triangle. He loved my husband, and I loved him, and my husband didn't care. He's 24 years old now. Yes, several have become very domesticated. Gidget is mostly indoors and has become the most spoiled little lap cat. She sleeps right above my head. That's cute. Gidget's a cute name. I'm making a grilled cheese for my tomato soup. That's a great idea. Grilled cheese is great with tomato soup. Also, grilled cheese is great. Let's be honest. Grilled cheese is the best. Jay, where are your chickens? They are with my mom and dad at my mom and dad's farm. So my parents have a farm, and they have a big chicken coop, and they already had 3 chickens, so they took the rest of our chickens that were girls. We had to rehome the rooster. Luckily, we found a home where they wanted a pet rooster, and that's awesome. So he got a really good home, and now my parents are stewarding them until I can get them back. That being said, if that's not for a while, it's still okay, because my parents, you know, are having a farm, and they like them. They like having chickens around. Gidget wakes me up with kisses to my eyelids. Oh, that's cute. Or terrifying. Peekaboo does that too, but it's her whiskers, I feel, and every time I'm like, it's a bug, because I lived in the country. So when you live in the rural world, feeling small little tickles on any part of your skin, it's probably a spider. So feeling the whiskers of a cat on your face feels like stress. But Peekaboo does that too. Gives me the heebie-jeebies, but then she's there, right in front of my eyes, just staring at me, and then she backs up and starts purring excessively loudly, like so loud. She even adds a little meowing into her purr, like she goes while she's purring, like she's purring, but she'll go like, so she's purring and making noise. Very happy little cat. She's very social now. I love all animals, and my husband just likes dogs. That's rude. I like all animals, and Alex tolerates whatever animals I like. I don't know if Alex likes any animals. He liked CJ. Like, he liked having CJ, and he liked having, like, a beautiful animal. Like, he liked the fact that CJ was, like, a beautiful cat. And I mean, I think all of them are beautiful in their own different ways, you know what I mean? I love that little chirpy purr. Isn't it sweet? I swear that she looks at me the way I do her, thinking, she's so cute. I hope so. I hope it's not like, I bet her eyeballs are delicious, because that's the other possibility. But, yeah, I don't think Alex has any, like, animal where he's like, that's the one that I would love to own that kind of animal. He just liked that CJ was, like, a beautiful variety of cat. Like, if we got another cat and it was Alex's choice, it would be a Bengal, or it would be a serval. Those are the only 2 that he would want. He said he would approve of an Abyssinian, though, which is like, if I was ever going to buy a cat that cost money, it would be an Abyssinian. They're just so pretty. But I don't think I will ever buy a cat that costs money, because there are so many homeless cats. So, yeah, you know, I hope everyone has a great rest of your day. Okay, bye, V. Have a good rest of your day, and thanks for coming. I hope your day, the rest of it, is awesome, and don't work too hard at whatever you're doing. But, unless you want. He was so beautiful. You made me spit tea. It's one of the 2, though. I'm right. He was so beautiful. He was very beautiful. He was a stunning cat. Just really, he was 1 in a million. I definitely love that cat. That was really hard, having to decide to put him down. That's an awful decision to have to make, so if any of you have old animals, I'm sorry that you're in that position. My eye has some, like, an eyelash in it. Jay, that means a lot. Thanks. That means a lot. Rolled with everything that's happened over the past few months. You might be stressed, but you look good and you're talking about everything. I'm trying not to bottle it up, because that won't help me. I have something in my eyeball. Please excuse me for a minute while I get it out. Yes, I have a mirror at my desk. I think I got it. Okay. Anyway, I appreciate that. That's a very kind thing for you to say, and I really appreciate that you said that, because I sometimes just have to pause and be like, we have had a legitimate shitstorm for the last 6 months. It has been just very complicated and stressful and a lot, and it's hard, and it's still hard, but I can't stop it right now. I'm rolling. We have to just keep moving, so I appreciate that you said that. Thank you. My Chico is getting old. He's 12. Don't say that. Thunder is 10. I don't want to think that 10 is old. 12 is young. Our vet said that Chihuahuas can live up to 18 years. You've got lots of time left with Chico. Chico, yeah. We don't encourage each other enough. I agree, Jay, and I hope that you're doing well too. Truly, I really do hope you're doing well. I'm glad that it's spring and you get the sunshine and you get the flowers. It would be ideal if this was going on in spring, I think, as opposed to in winter. Now, we also get the darkness of winter, but I agree, we don't encourage each other enough, and I appreciate the encouragement. So I appreciate it. Not yet, we're working on it still. A bit sketchy on his new family. The poor thing seems like he was locked in a cage, but here he has free range so he can come out whenever he wants. That's nice. That sucks that he was given a crappy life, but it's nice that you're giving him a good second life. And, what was I going to say? Oh, I lost my train of thought. Body blue, head color, body blue, green body, blue head, colorful tail. Wow, words are hard. Yeah, sorry, I'm just ruminating on what you said, Jay. That was really sweet of you to say. Just reading the words "I'm proud of you" is like, sadly, needed. Thank you, because I don't feel that way right now, and I don't feel that those in my immediate out of the internet circle feel that way right now, so it's nice that getting that from you guys instead. Gosh, my heart is just like having a heart attack. It's not, but it feels like it. Half boxer, half Shih Tzu. How did that happen? Anyway, we found out on the weekend that our dog is 15. He's a Cavalier and Poodle mix. That's gotta be cute. And half boxer, half Shih Tzu. Again, weird looking mix. I can't even imagine what that mix must look like. I would love to see a photo of that dog. But Shih Tzus, they live a long time. Chico, such a cute name for a dog, isn't it? Every Chico I've met, though, has been a Chihuahua. Yes, poor old thing. How's the dog doing, though? Is your dog doing okay? Old and cute? A shitster. A Shih Tzu and a boxer, a shitster. Thank you, Frida, for the dad joke of the century. Please take a bow. Beautiful mix. He's beautiful. How do I send a pic? Oh, if you're not in the Discord, then you can send it to me on Instagram. How else could you send it to me? I think those are probably the two best ways. But Discord is, again, the whole thing. He's getting slow, but still happy. That's good. Oh, poor Thunder, when he gets slow, I don't know what I'll do. I'm gonna be so sad for him. He's already like a grumpy old man, so, I don't know what's gonna happen when Thunder's old. He's still happy now, though. Don't have to worry about it yet. But oh my god, I'm not emotionally prepared for that. I was not emotionally prepared for CJ. But here we are. Love going to the horses. Loves going to the horses with me every day. That's so cute. What color is this dog? Shih Tzus are kind of like gray, blonde, right? Like they're like pale colors. Boxers, the ones that I've seen, are tan and white, or all white. I haven't seen any black boxers, I don't think. So what color does this look like? Yes, he was very sick, but well now, thanks to great vet care. Well, good that thanks to great vet care. Sorry that means that your wallet feels like there was a hole burned into it, because the way vet care goes, I understand, is very pricey. But also, good on you for finding a solution to his illness. I'm glad there was a solution to it. That's one thing that sucks about pets. Since they can't talk to you and tell you what's going on, it's like you have to guess at what's wrong with them. So they're like, x-rays, blood work, what other things did they want? X-rays, blood work, diet change. Like there's all these different things they try, and it's like all of them are expensive and you don't know which one is the right one. So it's like throwing a dart at what's the most likely thing. He's light brown. His dad was brown with black and white markings. His mom was a shaggy little blonde. Aww. Were his parents both mixed, or was one of his parents a boxer and one was a Shih Tzu? Or was one a boxer Shih Tzu and one a Shih Tzu? Like, is this a small dog or a big dog? I need information, basically. I need more information about this dog. Can you tell I'm an animal person, friends? Because I am, even though I only have 2 right now. I mean, I don't count the snails as pets because they live in a terrarium that is, or an aquarium that I don't do anything for. There's moss living in the terrarium, there's duckweed living in the terrarium, and there's snails. And that ecosystem is enough. I just top it off with water every couple of weeks. And they survive happily. But so I don't name them because I don't provide them care. Do you know what I mean? I provide them the same amount of care that I provide a plant, so I treat them like a plant in my head. Does that make sense? Where do yours live, Melanie? Where do your snails live? It kind of amazes me that you have like a bunch of snails and they have names. Do they all look different? Can you tell them apart? I mean, I would say probably you can, because I can tell all the chickens apart. And I know all of their names, but I mean, interesting. How do they live? Do they live in a terrarium? What do you feed them? What do you keep? What do you need to have to keep land snails? The dad was a pure boxer, big and muscular. His mom was a mix, but purportedly Shih Tzu. Okay, cool. And what kind of size is this dog? Small, medium, large? Boxers I would consider large. Yeah, right? Boxers are a large breed. And Shih Tzus I would say are a small. I wouldn't call them an extra small, but I would call them a small. So does he come out medium? It must be just a weird looking dog. But cute. Probably. I hope. I think I'm gonna skip going grocery shopping tonight. My heart literally feels like I'm having a heart attack. I mean, I don't know that it's literally, because I don't know what a heart attack feels like, but it feels like my heart is freaking out. He's short but big. We call him a small big dog. Oh, like the ones that are close to the ground. Corgis, they're a small big dog. When you see them up close, a full-grown corgi is like the same size as a golden retriever. Just the legs are short. Yeah, he is spoiled. He gets peanuts, walnuts, corn. He seems to want anything we eat, so we share. That's actually really sweet. That's so crazy. Just hanging out, eating snacks, living life. This tomato bisque is so freaking good. I wasn't expecting it. That's because tomato bisque is delicious, and I'm glad that you're enjoying it, and I hope that your grilled cheese is also delicious. They do all look different. I keep them in a big Rubbermaid tub. They eat carrots, zucchini, squash, etc., and fruits as treats, dried mealworms or spirulina for protein, and cuttlebone for calcium. Okay, so they're like full-on pets for you. You're like treating them like full-on pets. It's not like you provide them care like a pet. That's awesome. That's fun. I'm glad you found a different pet that is working for you. That's cool. Big clear totes to keep the humidity in best. Ventilation obs, of course. Any plans for dinner tonight, Laura? No, I don't have any plans because I can't make plans right now. My brain is not great today, so I have not thought about what dinner will be. What do you think? Need to go clean my chicken coop. Enjoy, Jay. Wear a mask. Like, since you probably have lots of masks because of the pandemic, wear a mask while you're in the chicken coop. Did you know it's really bad to breathe the air in the chicken coop when you're cleaning it because it's all dusty and wood chippy? So wear a mask. Doesn't add a lot to you, but it will help your lungs. Thank you. It's awesome. I'm glad. It's late. Good night, everyone. Oh, bye, Frida. Have a good rest of your night and have a good sleep. See you tomorrow morning. But Jay, have a good rest of your day as well. Enjoy your day. Lovely to start my day with you, Laura. Bye. Have a good rest of your day. Oh, hello, Swiss. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Melanie, yeah, I got them all from a breeder. They're super healthy, and she took great care of them. Most came with their names. Really? A breeder of snails? Interesting. I've hatched snails before because I found their eggs outside and didn't know they were snails, so I brought them inside, put them in a terrarium, and then it turned out they were snails and they hatched inside. So, anyway. Thanks for that super chat, Swiss Chocolate. He's more like the size of maybe an English bulldog. Okay, a big chest and jaw. Everyone says he has human-looking eyes and a scruffy mane like a lion with otherwise smooth hair. Okay, just a weird little dog is what I'm picking up. If I'm picking up what you're putting down, that's just a weird little dog. The size of an English bulldog, but with a mane. Very good. Interesting. I'm trying to picture this dog, and all I'm picturing is like when people put a lion mane on like the tan colored pit bull. I think they're so cute. Right? Kijiji. Lol. Don't you love Kijiji? Kijiji is a Canadian thing. It's like Craigslist for Canadians. But better. Craigslist is so sketchy. Anytime I've gone on Craigslist, I find it to be so, I can't figure anything out, and Kijiji is so much cleaner. It's owned by eBay. There you go, fun facts. Anyway, my son says so, but he's gorgeous. I'm gonna have to get a pic to you. Yes, please, because I just can't imagine what a weird dog this must be. Does it have an underbite? Does he have an underbite? Sorry. Another $1. Thank you for another $1. Making it rain on this live stream. Getting all those super chats. Thanks again, Swiss Chocolate. A unicorn. Thank you. Super chat. So fun. We don't get those very often around here, so I appreciate your what is it called? Your generosity. I appreciate it. Another one? Yeah, right? Make me feel like I'm cool. Are you trying to say that you think I'm cool? Thank you. I'll just take it that you think I'm cool. That's great. A tiny bit of an underbite. Dogs with an underbite are the best dogs. Or dogs without teeth. Or dogs with only one eye. Or dogs with only 3 legs. I love the janky dogs. The jankier the dog, the more that I love them, I think. I think that's true. I think I went around too many times again on this freaking thing. Gosh. Gotta pull them out. How far do I have to pull? One more row. Oh, golly. Hey, Swiss Chocolate, don't forget to like the video too if you don't mind. I appreciate the super chat, but click that like button. That's good for the channel as well, so thank you. Also, everybody else, if you could click the like button, I would also appreciate that. That'd be great. Well, that'd be great. That's an easy fix though, Laura. What is? Oh, pulling it out, yeah. Pulling it out is an easier fix. You're right, but still, pulling it out feels frustrating because that means I crocheted a whole round for nothing. So I got 4 granny squares done in 4 hours, so that's high quality crochet craftsmanship right there. It's not a waste of time, it is a use of my time. It's different, it's not the same. Wasting time is different than using your time, and I used my time to make 4 granny squares. So basically the next few streams are going to be me making granny squares, guys, because I need to make 20 and I have 4. Great. See, now my Penny has a slight birth defect. Her jaw is offset a bit and has a slight underbite. We call her old crooked jaw. Like, how there? I just got me a crooked jaw. I have a crooked jaw. I relate to Penny. I feel like I'm done crocheting right now. I'm over it. Can we just sit and chat now? What are we gonna do tomorrow? We should talk about what the stream should be about tomorrow so that I can plan it tonight so that we have entertainment tomorrow in the stream. Don't you think that'd be fun? Having a plan for the stream. I'm not a big planner, as you may know, but I can make a bullet journal spread and I can make a whole plan about what we can talk about. We could talk about anything, but I mean, we could stick to crochet. We could do crochet questions, you know what I mean? Like, what are you in the mood for? In terms of topics. I know that we just chat about whatever, but it's nice to have some organization and plan out some stuff. We could also talk about current events. Is that something that you guys want? Like, I watch people talk about current events, but I don't typically talk about them. We just sort of chat here. I took a year and made a granny square blanket. It was during 2020. Did you make like one big granny square or lots and lots of little granny squares throughout the year. What project should I start while my husband has back surgery tomorrow? Back surgery. A granny square blanket. That would be a great project because you can just sit there and do it mindlessly, which is good when you're being worried about something. It's good to have something mindless, you know? How's the stream been? Pretty good. We got 2 super chats, which is awesome. And also, I finished another granny square. That's what you missed. I know you said something about your grandmother's crafting stuff. Did Grandpa take the sweater out yet? No, not yet. I can ask him tonight. And see if he can get it to me for tomorrow. And maybe I'll show you guys that tomorrow. Maybe I'll collect a few of the things my grandma made that are around the house and I'll show them off tomorrow. That might be a fun thing. Next week, maybe I'll take out some of the Christmas stuff that's handmade by my grandma and show you all that too, because that would be fun. 40 squares with 8 rounds each. Cool. That's a lot of squares. I don't think I could do that many. I think my brain would give up on the blanket before that. But there's so many things that are handmade by my grandma in this house. I'd love to show them to you. Some of them are like really intricate and beautiful, and some of them are simple, but all of them are, they make it homier. So for sure, that sounds like a nice idea for tomorrow. I think I'll do that. Good idea. Thank you. I'm tired. I'd love to hear about your grandma. I wasn't part of the LML gang when you spoke about her in the past. Oh gosh, I can talk about her for a very long time. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's talk about our inspirations for why we're crafty, who has inspired us on our journey to our crafty natures that we have now, and I will show you a bunch of the handmade things, and I'll tell you some stories about her tomorrow. That'll be a good thing to talk about with my grandpa for dinner tonight, some nice stories about her. He would love that too. I'm gonna go now though, guys. I know that we still have like 10 minutes left, but I am feeling really anxious. I know you can't see it. I'm so good at hiding it, but on the inside, I genuinely feel like I'm gonna die. Like I need to run right now. So I'm going to go for a walk with Thunder, walk around the block, try and cool myself down since I don't have any way to manage this feeling right now. Take my deep breaths, and I hope that you guys are okay. I hope that you are going to be okay tonight, and I hope you'll come back tomorrow because I'm going to be back here tomorrow at 9 a.m. And I will be here from 9 a.m. till 1 p.m. So I will see you tomorrow. If you're free, come stop by, and I hope you have a good rest of your night. Rude, don't even be sorry. It's nothing we can change. It's not worth being. Don't feel bad. Thank you for your sympathies, obviously, but I mean, can't change it right now. Once I get my panic attack pills, we won't have these feelings anymore, and then we'll be okay. Our daughter refused to do quilting, took up crochet in protest. That's cool though, see? Paternal grandmother was a quilter. My grandma was a quilter too, and a seamstress, an excessively amazing seamstress. Okay, love you guys. Yes, definitely drink your water, wash your hands when you come home from anywhere because you still need to wash your hands, and be safe, take care of yourself, and I'll see you tomorrow. And thank you so much to my patrons for supporting me on Patreon. If you'd like to support me on Patreon, there's a link in the description. If not, that's totally okay too, but subscribe and like the video. That would be a great way that you can support the channel that doesn't cost anything. Okay, love you, bye! And Melanie, lol.